This is the All-American Coaching League, presented by Axis Sports.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the All-American Coaching League. I am Dave Axis. This is the final night of Week 2. We've already had 8 games. We have 4 more games on slate tonight, opening up with 2 top 10 teams. Number 2, University of Central Florida, traveling to Indiana, who is the number 8 seeded team in the nation. Weather out there will be 54 degrees and partly cloudy. Welcome back. Tonight's Tuesday night. We had a short, busy week, cramming 12 games into 3 nights. This will be the only week that we actually do this. But, hey, we had to do it. I got my kids coming and, Thanksgiving and shit. So there you go. Our first set of announcers are already in the booth. They're ready to go. They are ready to rock and roll. Let me start bringing them in real quick. First, let me introduce your play-by-play commentator for this very first game, Mr. David Leathers, the athletic director and head coach of Iowa State. David, welcome to the booth. How's it going?
It's going good, Dave. Appreciate you having me back on, and just looking forward to this game tonight. We got 2 top 10 teams going at it.
Yeah, it's crazy. As a matter of fact, I believe we have 6 top 10 teams playing tonight. So what a finale for this last night. Also in the booth with us, Yogi Barr is back. Yogi, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Dave?
How you feeling, man?
I'm ready to roll. This is a good matchup coming up.
Yeah, it looks, dude, 2 top 10 teams. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yes.
And then our third wheel for tonight, Mr. Bob Funk is back in the house with us. Bob, how you doing tonight, buddy? Welcome back to the booth.
Hey Dave, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there, doing my thing, Let me see here something real quick. I want to make sure I'm not messing anything up. Okay. I am getting this game set up in the background. Let me throw a shout out to the few people that are in the chat really quick. Looks like we have another TV viewer, Arabs, Ladybug, X3, Lana Ray. We also have Gunny McGuire, Lone Star Glory, Freddie, and Dave Axis in the house already. So I need a couple more minutes to get this shindig going. In the meantime, David Leathers, why don't you take it away while I pull this graphic up? You guys can talk about this game all you want while I'm doing my thing, and it's all yours, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, thanks again, Dave. As I said, we got, a battle of top 10 teams here. Number 2, Central Florida, taking on the number 8th ranked Indiana Hoosiers. Both teams, they put up 23 points each in their first match, and both teams were passing the ball pretty well in those games. So this should be a fun matchup, and to be honest, I have no idea which way it's going to go. I would turn it over to you, Yogi. What are your thoughts on the matchup tonight?
Well, the game I did last night was a lot of offense. I'm wondering if we're going to see a little more of a defensive game in this matchup since we got 2 of the top 8 teams playing. I'm hoping so, but we've got UCF running that multi-D again, so it's all depend on Indiana if they can read what's coming and have the plays called to counteract it.
Yeah, absolutely. To see how the pro style offense that Indiana does up against the multi D, and then conversely, the Ole Miss offense will go up against the 4-3 multi D for Indiana. And yeah, and how about you, Mr. Funk? Do you have any specific thoughts on this matchup we got here?
I mean, UCF and Indiana are just trying to move up in the rankings with a win today because, you had Old Dominion lose at number 1. Q's right ahead of Indiana lost, and just see what's going to happen with these rankings going forward with these 2 teams, this high-powered matchup.
Yeah, it's been crazy with we were talking about it pregame, just a lot of upsets in this league. So I mean, certainly, any team that's up there at the top is can certainly be upset during any given game. I think we've sort of seen that play out in the early going of this season so far. Just taking a look at some of the key players we have here. Both quarterbacks were the respective players of the game in both of these teams' first round matchups. We've got Duarte Sanchez leading Central Florida, and then Antoine Randall L, of course, leading the Hoosiers. And on the defensive side, Daryl Moore is the key player, linebacker for Central Florida, and Doyle McPoyle had a nice game in the first game of the season for Hoosiers, had 3 tackles and a pick. So yeah, Yogi, I guess anything else specific you're looking at for this? I mean, really, I think on paper, these teams match up like pretty evenly, I'd say so far.
Yeah, it may come down to the coaching. You got Willie B. Hart again, and you got Rocco McLovin. If their characters come out, this could be a slugfest. But I'd really like to see the ADs go at it on the field. You got Greg Soto and Chad Rowland. That would be very interesting. Let's head down to the field there, David.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm ready to get this thing rolling. So we're gonna absolutely. So we're gonna send this down to the field and get this thing kicked off here. Indiana players tapping the rock as they run out. We've been to
Can't miss that
4
Bloomington.
degrees in Bloomington tonight.
A little bit of wind, but it shouldn't affect the game too much.
Not as a native Midwesterner, take 54 degrees at nighttime, any day of the week, so not too bad.
Yeah. A lot cooler than that here.
Yeah, we've got the packed stands, it looks like. Everybody's turning out for this big matchup here at Memorial Stadium.
Looks like a red out.
Yep, and it looks like a good contingent of the UCF fans made it up to Bloomington as well tonight.
Yeah, they had a nice little pack in that corner.
Absolutely. It looks like they'll go ahead and start with the ball first. So we're gonna get a good look to see if they can keep that positive momentum going that they had their week 1 win over Marshall. They put up looks like 201 passing yards and 95 rushing yards. Yogi
Started out of the end zone down to the 21. Interesting.
It's return to start it off. They're laying up in the shotgun here. Quarterback lets one fly.
Oh, that was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, they're gonna roll the dice early. It looks like.
Sure does.
That should make for entertaining first drive here, Bob.
Yeah, it should make for an entertaining first drive. You see him trying to go down the field like this.
They're giving him time, though.
Yeah, 15-yard pass there, so we're going to stick with this shotgun look here. Three receivers to the left side. And ran it right up the middle.
They got him in that four-man front. It looks like they may try to exploit some passing here, but they did run on first down.
Nice to sneak a little draw in there every now and again.
Oh, yeah. Keep him honest. There you go.
Just to mix it up, and there's another.
That was a nice play by the defender.
Very nice play, and yeah, we got our first big play of the game here on 3rd and 5.
Oh, they got pressure on him. Oh, good call, but too many people watching.
A lot of pressure.
Who's lucky to get that pass off?
Yeah, on a 3-man rush too. All 3 of them met at the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. That's good stop. Good, saw some good things out of the Central Florida offense on that first drive, but Indiana does shut it down. They'll get the ball back here. Punt is away.
Go out that back to the 31.
A nice little 8-yard return to get this drive started. So
You'll always take 8 yards on a punt return any day.
yeah, right. Not so bad. Indiana comes out under center.
Swing pass. It's
Swing
up
pass
8.
to the inside. Yep, Lee Hamby, the 8-yard catch.
And they're also running the no huddle to start.
Antoine Randall L. He wants to go, right? If I remember from his previous playing days.
Nice run, nice blocking, nice scheme.
Work that right side again. George Taliaferro, the 16-yard rush.
Nice run.
Right back to that hurry up again. And in motion. Taliaferro again, picking his way.
Oh, wow, he got escorts down the field. He gone.
First Taliaferro, I mean, making a statement in 2 plays and putting him in the end zone. Funk, that was pretty impressive to watch.
That was pretty impressive to watch. I mean, he broke 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and then he's got the escort to guide him into the end zone.
Yep.
I wonder what these coaches saw that both of them came out in the hurry up offense. Love to know that little tidbit.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be one of those games. It's just full on offensive attack. It seems like, but that should make for a good viewing experience for us and everybody hanging out with us tonight. We love that here in the AACL.
Top 8 teams are always fun to watch.
There's a lot of teams that love this no huddle and go fast offense.
Absolutely. So Wang Fat with the 23-yard return there, and UCF will take the ball back over here. They're going to stick with the shotgun look, it looks like.
3-man front again. Indiana.
Indiana brings 4. Nice pass over the middle there. Aiden Graves with the 10-yard catch, and it's a first down for UCF.
Yeah, UCF needs to string a few first downs together here and try and get some points on the board to answer back.
I feel like we saw some flashes of that in the first drive, and we'll see if they build on that here and can actually, like you said, put some points up here.
Coming up with a 2nd and 2. They're in good position.
Absolutely. Here's a
wide open.
Dump off pass, wide open. Yep.
Aiden Graves.
Yeah, it's just too easy of a pass to make right there. I mean, catch and pass is just...
Kind of looked like Indiana was looking for something deep.
Did.
But
there's another nice dump off and yardage on first down. Another Aiden Graves catch.
Possession type receiver here. 3 for 23.
I like what I'm seeing out of him so far. I mean, if they can, Central Florida can keep working him in the game plan all game, that should bode well for them.
Duarte's got the big arm. He drilled that right in front of 4 defenders.
That's a dangerous pass to make with that many red jerseys in the area, but he drilled it in there.
He's got the big arm.
Absolutely, put that on the money. Here's a run up the middle. Dyken Sider with the 4-yard rush on that play.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
So we got 2nd and 6 here. UCF pass to the left side. He breaks the tackle.
Broke the first one.
So we got 3rd and inches coming up. We'll do a quick shout out to our viewers in the chat. We've got another TV viewer, Bob Funk, my esteemed colleague, Coach Craven, Dave Axis, myself, David Leathers, Arabs, Gunny McGuire, Have This 2, Ladybug, ×3, Lana Ray, Lone Star Glory, Nat Zelly, Packless Red, and the Greg Soto, of course. So we got a nice packed house here. And looked like Indiana came with another stop.
Great
there.
stop. Held into a field goal. It's 4th and 2.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing to only get a field goal here.
All the gaps were filled on that running play. Oh, here we go again with the false starts.
We saw a lot of that so far this week, Yogi.
Yes, we did.
It's been a bugaboo for some of the teams in this league so far, but this time it doesn't hurt UCF too much. They're still able to pay it off with the field goal and get on the board there.
I think Air Force is still running laps from all their offsides last night.
Let's see it. So UCF putting it off back to Indiana, and let's see.
Big leg.
Yeah, put it right in the back of the end zone. Nice kick. Funk, what are you looking for here? Do you think they go back to the Taliaferro days that were working so well, or start to mix it up?
But I think I want to keep getting Taliaferro involved here, but it's going to be nice to open up the offense once you get him. You know, they're worried about him enough.
That's
It
right.
almost looks like they're using the pass to open up the run game in Indiana.
Right, I was just thinking that's they can go hand in hand sometimes. One will open up the other. Someone got the give to Taliaferro and pick up the first down.
Easy to call run plays when it's 3rd and 1. Or 2nd and 1, I'm sorry.
That's right. Indiana will go right back to the hurry-up offense here. And all drops back. Took another first down. It's Jack Late. Second catch of the game. This Indiana offense is moving again. Feeling another Taliaferro run right here. Nice stiff arm.
Oh, power back.
For additional yardage. You got 2nd and short coming up.
Yeah, Taliaferro is just pushing these Central Florida defenders around.
They're going to have to come up with something to stop him, because Indiana goes right back to it and has another nice run.
They need to stop the game and get that white substance off the 50-yard line. I think Jack left something behind on that first down play a couple plays ago.
That's right, yeah.
Well, with the name like Ejaculate, no telling what it might be.
Where's the field crew when you need them?
The biohazard team out there.
2nd and 9 here for the Hoosiers.
Oh, he's got. Oh,
right
I saw that
house.
coming. Had a 7-man front, and he just busted right up the middle.
Max
Pound.
Unblocked.
Moving up to his name
Pound
there.
with the sack there.
Yeah, somebody
Great
missed
play.
an assignment there. That sets up trouble. I don't think
I think
Taliaferro.
that was just the fact that there was too many rushers for the blockers they had for it. Just came free.
Absolutely, they just couldn't block everybody.
Oh, he had time. What a catch.
Wow.
Hamby. 39
He
yards.
didn't give a touchdown? I thought that was a
First and
touchdown.
goal. They gave it to him at the 1. I think his knee was down.
Yeah, put it.
Now it's
just at the
Taliaferro time.
Inches line there. Also,
Oh, what a
Taliaferro
block. That was a pancake
Wow.
on the end. Wow. Wow. Taliaferro could have walked in from 50 on that block. Look at that pancake. Wow.
They really
Somebody's-
thought. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Somebody's going to be getting a tongue lashing on the sideline. And I hope it's not Ejaculate.
You can hope for that. But yeah, I mean, Bob, really a nice drive by Indiana. I thought Central Florida was going to hold them there in the 3rd and long, but they come up with a big pass play.
Yeah, that big pass play is, I mean, really going to be the turning point of that drive. I mean, Central Florida's Dawson's there. They're going to have to punt.
1 play left in the first quarter. 78 yards for the Hoosiers. 6 average. That'll get it done on any league.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll take that absolutely in just about any league. So, Taliaferro is looking like an early player of the game candidate, maybe a little too early to call that. Yet,
Oh, nice comeback.
nice catch by
He was-
Alexis Brooks there.
It's end of the first. 14-3 Indiana over UCF.
This is another upset in the making for, week 2. We've had a bunch so far.
Top 5 is
Yeah,
being put on notice.
They are. I mean, we've had 6 teams in the top 12 all lose so far this week.
It's been wild. I feel like to start this league off, and maybe it's mirroring real life a little bit. I mean, a lot of the top seeded teams have sort of been getting upset in this season's real NCAA season. So it's kind of what we're seeing here too so far.
Nice.
It is, and I think it
9-yard
might be
carry
this
there.
quick early season turnaround for week 1 to week 2 with the holidays be contributing a little bit, but it's just we're gonna see, going forward how this all is out.
Oh, certainly.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Got a 2nd and 10 coming up here in Central Florida.
Duarte ran the ball. Didn't get very far, but he ran it.
Up 1 yard, so 3rd and long. Bob, I guess we're probably looking at a pass here.
Hey, you should be passing here. You got to get the first down.
Oh, the jump pass.
Oh.
Nobody home.
Jump pass.
He just threw that away.
Was the intended receiver on the play.
I don't feel like he needed to rush that as much as he did.
He was 9 of 11 before that pass, so no. I don't think so either.
Yeah, maybe could have taken another half second or two in the pocket there, but the stands, drive ends for UCF. They're punted back. Chad Rowland.
Yeah, rolling with a 7-yard return.
UCF really needs to step up on defense and get a stop here. This could get out of control.
Yeah, this does feel like a very important drive, Yogi, to see sort of how the first half is going to trend.
That could have been a much bigger play. He stepped out of bounds. Yeah, this is a big drive here. This could definitely go a long way to determine the outcome of this game.
Back with the 2nd and 6 now for Indiana.
Yeah, I thought it might be Talaferro time.
Yep, Talaferro time for sure. So 3rd and 4 now.
7 for 87. Nice game so far, 2 touchdowns.
Some solid production for sure. 3rd and 4 now. Randall drops back in the pocket.
Oh, he didn't let the receiver come clear. He could have had a first down, but he threw it too early. Was a little pressure on him.
A little early.
Was a little pressure on him, so he kind of had to get rid of it.
Randall 7 of 7 for 77 yards so far.
Yeah. Haven't seen him take off running yet.
No, they've been pretty balanced on offense. 77 yards through the air and 85 on the ground for Talaferro.
Yeah, it's very balanced. They're
Sure
keeping
enough.
UCF guessing on defense. Well, that's what UCF needs to do here if they're going to hang in this game.
Yes.
Yep, they got that stop they needed, and they're going to see if they can
Nice read.
pick up a couple.
Linebacker stepped up and read that. They're going with the 3-man front here, so they're looking for the passing attack.
See, we've got, all the receivers out wide to the left.
Oh, there's a hole.
Duarte's going to run it. Oh, great
Oh,
play.
bounces off one.
Nicholson makes the tackle.
17 yards for Duarte.
First down.
Puts the ball
They're
right at
seeing
midfield
something they
there.
like.
Handoff, stiff arm. Double
two
stiff
stiff
arm.
arms.
in a row.
Wow. Dick Insider with a 12-yard rush.
First down.
Brad Thompson with 7 tackles already. Then they run it to the other side of the field. Same results.
Number 6 makes the grab.
Oh, it's Lexus Bricks this time.
15 yards there, and almost could have been more. UCF starting to show some of that offense they flashed in their week 1 win here.
They're letting Indiana know they're not dead.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Oh, 2nd and 3 now. UCF trying to find that end zone. Oh, big hit there from is it a linebacker coming off the edge there.
Big O for Dick Insider there. No yards.
Clock not
Third
a
down.
concern at this point. Just a couple minutes left here.
They're in the red zone, 2nd time today. They walked away with a field goal last time. They want more on this one. Oh, he springs open, touchdown. He waited. That's the difference. Randall L. didn't wait.
Oh,
Duarte waited.
he didn't get the touchdown.
Oh, he didn't. I thought he had the catch. Wow. Should have. That was dropped. Thank you.
As it stands, UCF able to take 3 here in this drive and at least got it to a 1-score game. 14
Yeah,
to
but
6
you really wanted the touchdown there. I mean, coming up with a field goal there when you had that open pass, it feels like a disappointment to me.
Gotta be. He waited for him to come clear. The play was there. That was just a flat-out drop.
Oh, certainly, and Indiana can really make it count if they're able to put up some points here and make it into a 2-score game off of this drive. Go into the half.
Oh, batted.
Batted pass there.
They're getting some pressure on him when he passes. You might want to loosen him up some more with Talafera.
And UCF needs to get some pressure on Randall L here because can't let him go down and score the ball.
Is that ejaculate? Oh no, it's on the 40-yard line. Oh no.
Ejaculate's got 3 catches so far today for 37 yards.
He's all over the place.
That he is.
He usually is.
Yes, he is. It
Indiana
can't be him again. No, Lonnie Dick shot. Okay. There we go. That's the first time we've called him. Nope, second reception. That's right. Randall L, 9 of 10. Very effective. Oh.
False start again.
Oh, please, no. Oh, no.
These false start penalties.
They're killers, especially in the 2-minute drive.
Yeah, you can't have them in this situation.
We'll look to see if that we see some reduction in those as we go forward. Randall L.
And the skip pass again. It's only a second incompletion.
It's been very impressive so far.
Dad with a 10-yard. That's his first catch of the day. His only other catches have been on returns. Waiting for ejaculate to get back on side. There we go.
A nice catch, about a minute left here. Big 3rd and 5.
Oh, no time to throw. Good pressure again.
Yeah, that was great pressure there by Central Florida.
Got some big boys on that line. 4th and 5.
They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And that, they're in that in-between zone.
Yep, might as well.
I think worth the risk to go for it here. Randall L takes the snap.
They trust him. Got all day today. No. He was going to, don't you? Ejaculate.
Yep, he was going to ejaculate there, and Lyman was right there to block it.
Did not work out, but UCF, they get the stop they needed and get their chance at putting up some points here.
UCF has a real good chance to, close this gap a little bit more. Another 30 yards down the field, you can kick a field goal.
We'll be right back with y'all. We're trying to explain to our producer, Dave Axis, that the Indiana emblem is not a Hanukkah sign. We're having a hard time with that with Dave.
They're getting to that time.
I tend to agree with our producer. It kind of does look like a Hanukkah candle holder.
Yeah, I think there's 70,000 people in the stands that don't want to hear that. But y'all do what you got to do.
118 here. UCF is content.
7 seconds left. That's going to be the end of the half. Nope. Any timeouts? Yes, there was. Dick and Sider.
Use the timeout.
8 rushes for 39 yards.
No, they didn't.
They let it go. Looked like it was a timeout. The two sat there.
Did look like a timeout for a second there.
And UCF is losing 6-14 to the Happy Hanukkah Indiana Hoosiers.
It was an interesting first half. Sort of felt like both teams had, sort of opportunities, paid off some, and maybe left some out there. Certainly nice rushing by Taliaferro and some few big plays by the UCF defense. Sort of my takeaways. How about you, Yogi? What do you have any specific other thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, Taliaferro put his stamp on the game early, but I think right now, the key to the game is that UCF's defense has stopped Indiana at 14 points, or this could have gotten out of hand quick.
Oh, for sure.
I tend to agree with Yogi there. I mean, UCF came with a huge stop once Indiana went up 14-0, and otherwise this game was about to get out of control.
And Ejaculate's been all over the field, so I guess we're going to see some more of him in the second half.
That would not surprise me. Just see the stats here. Both teams sort of continuing their primarily pass-based offenses that we sort of saw in the first week. CF right around 100 yards. Indiana putting up 119.
Do you think UCF is going to counter with some Dick Insider?
You know, only time will tell. But I would, if I was a betting man, I would bet on it probably.
Got to.
You got to get Dick Insider.
Got to.
No,
You can't let Ejaculate all over the field take control of this game.
You can't. I mean, you got to have a little Dick Insider for some Ejaculate.
Yeah.
certainly. So, all that being said, we're back here with action in the second half. Indiana's going to start with the ball, and Randall coming down the shotgun. Pass
Nice
over the
pass.
middle.
Taylor with his first reception of the day.
They're running it as well as catching it.
Nice
Randall
pass.
coming up the first down there.
Lonnie,
Big
big shot. Another reception. His third.
The catches, they've sort of been timely so far.
Yeah, they have. Randall L's quietly having a good game. He's on the money. Lonnie
Still
again.
throwing the ball well for his age.
Yeah, he is.
Still out here with the kids running around. We love to see it.
Just don't see him scrambling and running like he used to.
I mean,
But here we
he's got
go.
that old,
Right,
he's
as soon
got
as I
that old
say
man
it.
hip.
As soon as I say it, there he goes. 13-yard rush.
Oh, it always works, Yogi. Once you call them out for not doing it, they're
That's
always
right.
going to do it.
Yep, guaranteed. Watch this, old guy. Telfair. No, stiff arm this time. Picked up 4.
4 yards.
Yep,
Yeah.
set up 2nd and 6.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
That moment when my family asks, WTF are you watching? Says Greg Soto in chat. Just tell them it's the best football league, right? AACL. That's what it's all about.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Some of the R-rated
Adult
things,
coaching league, yeah.
3rd and 6.
American Adult Coaching League.
It's a big drive here. It's a big 3rd down. He had the time and he found him.
The
Oh,
flag
it's
on
a
the
penalty.
field.
Yes, there is.
See what we got.
On the offense?
Offensive
No.
pass interference. Lonnie Dickshot.
Lonnie,
picking it
it was on offense. At least it wasn't on ejaculate. Wouldn't want that on the referee's hands.
Yeah, you don't want to let ejaculate on the referee's hands. That's
No.
probably going to lead to another penalty.
Guaranteed.
I would.
Oh, it's a good call here. It's too late. They're not going to get enough. Oh,
breaks the
nice
tackle.
run.
That's a nice broken tackle.
Nate Clements. That's his first catch. 157 yards passing. Not a bad game. And they're going for it again. 4th and
15
5.
out of 20, 75% passing. You can't
Yeah.
really complain with that number.
No, they give him the time. He's doing it. Oh, he hits him in stride.
Up and
He gone.
is
He gone. Clifton Green.
33-yard
16 to
touchdown.
21 for 190. They're at home. Home team.
Indiana's just trying to be that next team to get the upset tonight. Looks like if this score holds up, Louisiana Tech may be moving up to number 1.
Man, these Hoosiers came to play tonight. I think there's no doubt about that, and curious to see if UCF can sort of get their offense kickstarted here. They do still have time left, but down 2 scores after that touchdown.
Oh, big hit.
Yeah, so we've got And up after this, we do have number 4 Colorado, and we have the visiting Minnesota Golden Gophers coming in, so that should be another great matchup directly following this one. We look forward to that as well.
That was Wang Fat with a return there. Good to see him. It's a big drive
we
for
have
UCF.
the number 2, 4, 5, and 6 teams all in play tonight.
Great. It's gonna be unpredictable, I think, for sure. Based on what we've seen so far, Dick and Sider picking up 7 yards at that play.
Dick and Sider got dragged down on that one.
Kenny McGuire, Washington State defeated Iowa State 21-10 last night.
Oh, big hole for Dick and Sider.
Another nice play.
Iowa
Washington
State.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Another big hole for Dick and Sider. Maybe they need to tie a board on him.
That's a gain of 9 on the play.
I mean,
Insider
Dick Insider is just pounding it right now.
Yeah, he is.
See UCF second and short here. If they stick with the run, it's been working.
It's working. They found a weakness, and they're
I mean,
taking,
Dick Insider lowering the head there to run a guy over.
yeah.
1st down.
It doesn't even look like he cares which hole he's going in. He's just pounding it in there.
He just wants to pound that hole.
Ball, broken tackle, bounce around the outside.
Oh, jumped over the pile. That was Aiden.
Aiden Graves, 5 catches for 42 yards on the night.
1st down.
Very
He was
productive night for
he was
him so
involved
far.
early in the game. We haven't called his name since the 1st quarter. It feels like.
That was a great effort.
Up
though,
and
on that
over.
play.
Man left. Three down. Mike 42.
So we're going to have a Gunny Pearl of Wisdom right here coming into tonight's games. 3 teams standing at 2-0 on the season. And both of these teams trying to get to that point, as both coming off the Week 1 win. So it's a lot of competition in this league, and I think it'll be interesting to see who sort of rises to the top. 1st and goal here for UCF.
Oh, they tried to get Dick and Sider in the end zone, and it's just not happening. Indiana shut that down.
I think that was
In the
backup,
backfield.
Yogi. That was backup.
Oh, that
Chris
was
Harris.
backup. Okay. Oh, Dick and Sider's tired.
I mean, he was pounding those holes pretty hard earlier in
He
this
was.
drive, so
He's exhausted. Yeah, he needs more stamina.
yeah, Dick Insider doesn't have the stamina yet.
He's over there with the testosterone tank. He'll be back.
Complete pass there. It's 3rd and goal here. Kind of a big play.
They can't stand for another field goal here. They've got to get it in the end zone.
Chris Harris still in there. I mean,
He doesn't pound
gotta
the hole
give Dick
like
Insider
Dick
one
does.
of them little blue pills. Get him that
something.
stamina.
Yeah.
We'll have to settle for a field goal again on this drive.
Dick Insider
Better to
might
come
have
back
to go
when you
see.
can only get field goals.
Dick Insider might have to go see the Big Hurt and Frank Thomas, see what he can get hooked up with.
Nice job by the Indiana defense so far tonight, though. I mean, they're sort of bending but not breaking, which has sort of left us with this 21-9 score that we got right now.
All game long. You're getting, and the Indiana defense is starting to put up more and more numbers on tackles and assists. They're getting up there. Team effort.
Absolutely. So that handoff to Taliaferro right here up the middle. Making the
105, over 100.
Yep. Very nice game for him.
I think you're going to see a steady diet of Taliaferro going forward here. You're going to milk some of this clock.
Yeah. Speaking of milking the clock, I thought maybe he had blown his wide on that big long run, but he's still got a little left.
I mean,
That makes it 2nd and 10.
he's trying to stay away from that ejaculate.
I haven't seen him for a while. Maybe he needs a blue pill too.
Like,
Ever since that call, I thought it was him. It wasn't. We haven't even heard his name.
I sailed a little there on the second. Or to toss it to Taliaferro.
Oh, they were ready for that.
They were all over that little screen pass.
That brings up 4th and 11.
So UCF, nice stop on defense. They're hanging in here. Boogie.
34 seconds left in third quarter. Giving it back to UCF.
It's away. Not much of a return
Carter
there for Carter
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Yeah, no return basically.
Think he's from Miami.
That could be. We got bad here about the 27, 28 yard line.
There he's back. Dickensider's back, but he's going backwards.
Yeah, Dickensider, it's a little tired, I think, after pounding those holes on the last drive.
He looks like he lost a few inches on that play.
Just about the end of the third quarter here. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays, depending how this plays out.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Oh,
Okay,
picks.
happened.
Nice toe tap swag.
Yeah, it was.
Duarte's the first pick of the
McCoyle.
game total.
McCoyle had the 1 pick last week, and here he gets the first turnover of the game right there.
Big time for that. That was devastating for UCF.
UCF can't allow any points here. I mean,
And their
it's
pass.
getting late in this game.
Chad. Another
Chad,
catch.
nice play to take us into the fourth quarter here. So put your 4s up in chat if you're into that. You got 21-9. Indiana looking to just kind of close this out here if they get one more score.
Great read on that pass. Looked like he kind of floated that pass. You know, he's got the arm to drill it in there.
But we've definitely seen that over the first couple games.
And that puts Randall L over 200 yards, so that's 300 yards of offense and 2 players there.
Impressive output for sure from Indiana again. It's the second game in the row. They've sort of got their offense humming. Nice pass.
Oh, nice
I
pass.
don't know, he broke it up though.
It was broken up.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, though.
It was a nice pass. It was just that defender got in there right at the at the right time.
Randall is very accurate. I've definitely noticed that tonight.
He's again in the pocket.
He just threw that one away.
Yeah, that was just nobody's open. Throw it over the receiver's head and live to play the next down.
Looked like he had time if he could have waited for somebody to break free, but
It almost looked like he could have ran that for you
Yeah.
know 5-10 yards.
maybe the hip was acting up. You can't find ejaculate anymore.
Taliaferro not able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. We got a 4th and long coming up.
That'll bring up 4th and 13.
That was
It's hard
their
to work
chance.
up to that ejaculate. It's just
That's right.
he can't get to it. He got a mental block on the ejaculate tonight.
It almost looks like he's got a fetish with Taliaferro here in the second half.
He's throwing the ball to him a lot in the second half after having no receptions in the first.
We're going to go for 4th and 13. Wow.
They're going for it. No man's land, I guess they would say. And,
Uh-oh, fumble.
He fumbled
ball
that?
on the play. UCF comes up with it.
Evens up the turnovers. And that was Chad Rowland that fumbled. Nice route. Wasn't going to get the first.
But he definitely fumbled that.
Oh, yeah. No need for a replay on that.
I guess ball would have gone back to UCF either way there, but they do get their first turnover of the game here in the fourth quarter.
Was ejaculate out there on the field? Maybe that had something to do with him fumbling.
It could be slippery, absolutely. Spin move, but we got
Oh, another
He
fumble.
fumbled.
See, something's on the field. I'm telling you guys. I'm noticing something going on here, a little fishy.
There's definitely a foreign substance on this ball right now.
No question. But you'd think it'd be the opposite. It would keep him from fumbling. No.
Well, I mean, could be whatever they use to work up to that ejaculate.
There you
on
go.
the ball
There you go.
and,
There you go.
know,
Yep. KY, whatever. Yep. You're right.
Exactly.
2nd and 10 here.
Huge drop.
I was just thinking that this is big. Let it fly to the right side.
Nice read.
Catch.
Yeah, two players over there he could have thrown to. That was Gabe Athouse.
Gabe Athouse.
Gabe Athouse. That's very, very fitting for the UCF team. Oh,
Here's Duarte.
Duarte
There he goes.
breaks
He's
free.
gone.
There, that was huge. They needed that bad. That changes this game entirely. He definitely gone.
You just go for the extra point here because there's no, I mean, 2 doesn't get you anything.
Nah.
This game just got a whole lot more interesting, Bob. I think you give maybe one more stop to UCF here, and then we've really got a ball game on our hands.
The question is, do they go for the early out? They're not gonna, but
Yeah. It's only 4 minutes left, so I'm sure they thought about it. Rolling up the middle.
Nice return out to the 30-yard line.
Nice. Trying to make up for that fumble. It's a big series here for Indiana. They want this game.
if I'm Indiana, I go steady to Telefaro.
UCF looks like they're ready for it, though. 106 on 9 carries.
We'll see how much they do work Taliaferro the ball here.
Gotta let this clock run down. You can't be hiking it at 26.
Fine ejac, one or the other.
Indiana running the hurry up. Got 34.
Oh, wow, the opposite. Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe they're afraid.
You need to be running the
UCF
4-minute offense here, not the hurry up.
Yeah.
Coming out in the shotgun on this play. Flip backs. And maybe they will burn a little bit of this clock at least.
At the line, yeah. A little late.
It is. They should have burned it, after the first 2 downs.
Yes.
Or, after the first down, they left 26 seconds on the play clock there.
Adel takes a snap, lets it fly. Completion. Delani Dick shot. He's been, you said it earlier, he's just been so timely today with these catches. Another one right there.
Reliable,
Yeah.
Lonnie.
I mean, you love those timely Dick shots.
And they snapped it with 28 seconds left. And ran out of bounds. But that's reliable, so you can't be so mad at him. That's 6 catches for him. Randall L. is having a nice game.
He is.
I thought for sure they were running on that one. Oh, threw that up for grabs.
That was a fast breakup.
Good play by the UCF defense right there.
Stood tall when they needed to.
This is a huge play
Yeah,
coming
got
up.
2 plays here. Oh, never
You gotta
gonna make
stay
it
in
on that one.
bounds.
Mr. Reliable let him down the last 2 plays. Yeah, I figured they'd go for it. This is the 4th time they've
This
gone
is a
for it
long
tonight.
field goal. I mean, this would be almost a 50-yard field goal.
And they've been aggressive all night going for these, as Yogi was saying. So no surprise here to see the offense on the field.
No, none at all. They're going to milk the clock on 4th down.
They call a timeout and kick a field goal, though.
Yeah, they
Run
could
the clock
think
down.
about it. They could think about it.
The pitch out
Oh,
to
it's there,
Taliaferro.
and it broke. Way to get off the block. That defensive end made a heck of a play.
UCF has a chance to go down and take the lead and
Yeah.
win this game.
That was questionable play calling on that drive by Indiana.
I think we all thought that this would be a good game, and we're getting that for sure. Yogi.
Oh, it's top 8, definitely. Oh, wide open.
Nice completion there.
Alexis.
Ricks.
Yep. Brad Thompson with 9 tackles. Hadn't been heard from lately. Oh, what a throw.
jeez.
That was, wow, and a catch. The Bathhouse kid. Yep,
Yeah, I mean,
Gabe Bathhouse.
that Gabe Bathhouse, he's loving all this ejaculate on the field.
Yeah, I think so. He's looking for more.
Taking
Oh,
a
they're
look
going to
at that,
challenge
maybe.
it.
Or coach challenge.
Time to do it. I think he had it. Oh,
Man,
yeah.
he's got 2 feet in, not just the one, he's got both.
That's a catch in NFL as well as college.
He looked like Barishnikov there.
It stands. We got a
It
minute
stands.
38 to go.
Plenty of time. Time's not an issue here for UCF. It is for
time is-
Indiana.
Exactly.
Oh,
Indiana
that
really
play was
needs
set
to.
up well. That play was set
Oh.
up well. At this
Breaks
point,
the
Oh,
let
he's
him
gonna go
score.
in.
Yeah, let him score at this
He's
point.
first and goal. You're gonna give him first
Oh,
and goal
wow.
at the half-yard line.
It's at first and goal.
It's gonna be interesting here. I
Oh,
thought he was in.
I
thought he was
you gotta
in.
challenge that. You gotta challenge that call. And
Well-
he's hurt.
Oh, and he's down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Was that
Clock
Dick
running
Insider?
here.
I'm
So
not
we
sure
got
who
the
it was.
backup. Give it to the fullback.
Oh, the fullback,
Joel
nice.
Brown.
Joel Brown puts it in 1-yard TD, and UCF takes the lead here.
UCF was in a funny position because they wanted to run some clock, but they had to score, so they really couldn't play around.
And they gotta go for 2 here to make this a 3-point game. Otherwise, Indiana can
Yeah.
go down and win it with a field goal.
You've got to go for 2 here. So do you give it to Dick Insider and see if he can pound it in?
I would, yeah, I'd probably run it with Dick Insider.
It might be that time, yeah.
Let's get off the field.
See UCF coming out on the shotgun, 3
They may
wide.
go to
the
Gabe
left.
Bathhouse. You never know.
They will be passing it. Oh, he
Complete.
drops it in the end zone.
Guess who? Gabe Bathhouse.
Man,
In his hands.
Rolling deep to return.
Gabe Bathhouse there. Wow, you would think he'd have better hands than that.
yeah, he just he's not used to Dick Insider being on the field with him, and
Yeah. I think maybe he was looking to Dick Insider to do something.
I think he
Come on.
wants his Dick Insider's brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Mike 41. Ready. Green 90.
Here we go. Have not heard from ejaculation in quite a while. There we
There you
go.
go.
I knew I
Ejaculate
could
with the
pull
catch.
that up. I knew I could pull that up.
Indiana just needing a field goal here to seal it. It'll all dropping back.
Oh, with
a
the
sack.
sack there.
Sacks the quarterback.
Yard
No
loss.
timeout yet.
That'll make it second and long.
2nd and 18 now. Randall back in the shotgun.
Got half of it back.
Number 26.
No, not even that. 3rd and 12.
They need to hurry up here. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're running out of time quickly. They've got to have the first down here. That will stop the clock momentarily. No, they're just running clock.
Yeah.
What are
Wow.
you doing here, Indiana? They have 2 timeouts. Why are you just letting this run?
Rocco McLovin just doesn't know what's going on here. Come on, make a call, Rocco. Do they not realize they're behind?
I think Antoine Randall's having a senile moment.
Oh,
His old
no.
age.
They caught
Wow.
up to him.
They must
Look at
not
it.
realize they're behind. And still didn't pick up 4th and 5. They got to call
4th and
timeout.
5. You're down to 1 timeout.
Oh, wow.
13 seconds.
Rocco lost it there. Poor clock management.
This is the game for Indiana.
He's going to run it.
He's
and
gonna be
not
come up
get it.
short.
He's too old. He's too old to make that play on 4th down.
UCF comes from behind to pull off.
Jeremy Russell with his
Victory.
5th tackle. Yeah, it's just kneel down time now.
I mean, this is just amazing. UCF was able to make this comeback in the 4th quarter.
What a great game, though, we witnessed. Saw a
Oh,
little
it
bit of
was a
this, a
great
little
game.
bit of that. Some
Oh, yeah.
Dick Insider pounding.
There's a lot of Dick Insider, a lot of
Ejaculation
ejaculation.
all over the field.
I mean,
Dick shots here and there. It was a great game.
yeah, there was definitely some timely Dick shots.
The big disappointment was the Gabe Bathhouse with no hands. You
Yeah,
would think he'd
I
have the
mean-
softest hands around.
I was surprised Gabe Bathhouse dropped that 2-point
Yeah, I was.
conversion.
That was a letdown. Duarte
He-
with
he's used-
81 yards rushing on top of that. Wow.
He's used to having the balls in his hand.
That's
he
true,
couldn't-
but not in that instance he wasn't. But,
Oh.
maybe he picked up some of that lube that was on the field or something.
He might have. Might have had a little bit too much of that KY in his hands. And
That's right.
Couldn't hold.
That's right.
It was Just Indiana just didn't quite have enough to hang on. It was a great second half comeback by UCF, but a great game to both teams. This was a lot of fun to watch and to call with you fellas.
Yeah, it was great. Blast calling it with you guys.
This was a great game.
It was a fun game. Yeah,
Yeah,
UCF is just known for their come from behind victories. You know, Gabe Bathhouse usually leads them, but he let them down, but they still pulled it off with the fullback diving in. Because Dick Insider was on the sidelines, out of action, spent.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a quick look at the stats here. Over to you, Yogi. Anything jumping out at you? I mean, I feel it was a lot of offense, sort of kind of what we thought we would get. We did sort of get.
It was a good game. It looked like both teams had a good game plan. Just, you know, Indiana had the game from the very get-go, and they let it slip away at the end.
Yeah, not a lot of penalties. Didn't look like turnovers. Also, just one for each team, and one
Neither
of them
team
was
could convert on third down either.
Or
if you
fourth
look at
down.
that.
Or fourth down. 1 for 5.
Wow,
But I
1
think
of
we only
5 on
had 2
fourth down.
offside penalties this game. That's pretty good in this league.
I think there was 3 of the false starts. I think there was 3 false starts.
No, we had an interference on Lonnie Dickshot. Had an interference
Oh, that's right.
call.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Randall L with 265 on 27 of 36.
Yep, over 100 for Taliaferro and a couple touchdowns. Spread the ball around pretty well, it looks like, for Indiana on offense.
Ejaculate disappeared in the second half. I don't think he had a catch in the second half after 4 in
Had
the
that
first
one
half.
catch on the last drive.
That's right. He sure did. Yeah, he was spent. He was spent in the second half. They might have even looked into substituting for him. That was poor clock management. Poor. It's like they didn't even realize they were behind or something. They just they let a
like I
minute
said,
tick off.
I think Antoine Randall had a senile moment in his old age in that on that play. I mean, you can't let all that time run off.
It was like they were killing clock.
Sanchez at a couple 205. It's the one pick.
And he had a rushing touchdown too. I think he led the team. And, Dick
Yep.
Insider led the team. No, he did. Sanchez led the team in
Sanchez
rushing.
81 yards rushing.
Yeah, Dick Insider, lot of carries, not a lot of yards, not a lot of inches.
In the chat, Freddie says UCF the new number 1, and Gunny noting UCF becoming the 4th team to reach the 2-0 plateau here in the AACL.
It'll be up to the coaches. Yeah, the coaches are going to decide that fate.
Right now, I would have to put the edge towards UCF because you have number 3 Louisiana Tech, who just snuck by Air Force, who's now 0-2. Gotta see what Colorado, Georgia State, and Wyoming do at 4, 5, and 6. If they can have impressive wins, one of those 3 could leapfrog, Louisiana Tech and UCF. I mean, you only win by a point or 3 points. There's a good chance you could get leapfrogged by a team that has a more impressive win.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we'll send this to the post game here. Take a quick peek at the players of the game. Taking a look at the stats, the final stats here. We can give a quick shout out to all our viewers sticking with us here. Another TV viewer, Art Vandelay, Bob Funk, Coach Cravens in the house, Dave Axis, Arabs, Goals official, Gunny McGuire, Have This, Ladybug, Mike the Machine All, Nat Zelli, Packer Fred, and the Greg Soto. Thanks everybody for hanging with us, and 13
Here's
points
your difference in the game right here. 5 first downs difference. Indiana just could not put first downs together. UCF did when they really, really needed it.
Oh, totally. Yeah, how about you, Bob? Any last thoughts on this? Just taking a look at sort of the macro view of it here.
Well, I feel like Indiana came out strong. It was just UCF was had that more stamina to finish the game.
Certainly, and the players of the game shown Sanchez on offense for UCF, and then Matt Johnson, 4 tackles and forced fumble for Indiana. Taliaferro, we talked about him, had 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then Luke Ratliff, the cornerback for Indiana, nice game, 7 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, sack, and forced fumble.
So Dick Insider was so close, but he let Duarte Sanchez steal it, the thunder from him. He could have been player of the game.
With Sanchez, passing him in the rushing yards and getting that rushing touchdown, he deserved to be the player of the game for UCF.
Yeah. Yep. So close for Dick Insider and so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just take a quick look at the next game. We've got Minnesota going on the road to Colorado. Should be another good one. Looks like we've got Woody Hayes, Mr. Coach. Minnesota at Colorado. Yep. So graphics wrong, but we got yeah, right in soccer exactly. But yeah, so. And I don't know, I'll turn it over to you, Yogi. Any thoughts on the next one? Should be entertaining, I think.
It could be, and it could get out of hand real quick. Colorado is going to be looking to move up the big board from 4th, see if they can get their hat, their name in the hat for a potential number 1. Minnesota is really going to have to play strong after that 3-point loss last week.
For sure. We'll see how they bounce back. Yeah, how about you, Bob? Any thoughts on this one?
I just want to see how Florida man, was out this week. He had a really strong game last week for Colorado against UNLV. So I want to see how Florida man plays again this week.
I think we'll all look forward to that. But that's going to do it for me. I've had so much fun in the booth. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will turn it over to the next crew here.
Take it away, Coach.
Take it away,
Great
Coach.
time with you guys, David and Yogi.
Same here.
Same here.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining us here at the AACL, brought to you by Axis of Evil Studios or something like that. I don't know what it is. After that last broadcast, I came away stiffer than an old slab of leather that got left out over the winter. Very confusing. You might have to excuse me at halftime, go take a break. I am here with Mr. B.E. Robo and Mr. Coach Klein himself. Fellas, good to have you with us.
Hey, Coach. It's good to be here. Looking forward to the game today between Colorado and Minnesota. I happened to be a part of the broadcast for the Minnesota-Kansas game last week, and I've been informed that Dog Holdorf no longer has fleas, so he should be good to go.
Good to know. Yes. Robo, how about you? Good to see you with us today, and what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I think Colorado. There's been a lot of upsets. Upsets this week. Colorado wants to hold on to that contention for number 1. So we look forward to see what happens there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll tell you what. I did see both of these teams play last week. Minnesota, no offense, fellas, you didn't look very good, but still, Kansas had to stage a kind of a furious rally. Colorado, after that UNLV game, either yesterday or the day before, I can't remember which it was. I think Colorado looks even more impressive. That was something that first week. That week 1 game with them and UNLV was really good. Obviously, 7-point difference. It's going to be interesting to see if what we thought we saw. We're going to see if they are what we think they are. To quote an old coach. It is an unseasonably 50 degrees and partly cloudy in Boulder, Colorado, so the weather shouldn't be too much of a factor. I think we're almost ready to go down to the field. We'll see when the studio lets that happen. Why don't while we're waiting for that, why don't we Coach Klein, why don't you give us your keys to the game for Minnesota?
The keys to the game for Minnesota would be giving Dog Holdorf the ball early and often, because he wants to go take it to the doghouse. But unfortunately, that's in Minnesota. That's at his home stadium. So hopefully he realizes to stay in Colorado and take it to Colorado's end zone.
That would be helpful, yes. How about Robo? How about you break down Colorado for us? What are the keys to the game for them?
The key for Colorado is to, in the words of Mr. Coach Klein, is they need to score more points than Minnesota.
Thank you for that insightful commentary. I guess we're ready to go to the field, so let's make that happen. Colorado coming out in their classic black and gold. Chip, I believe, is the name of the Buffalo. Maybe we can get somebody ready to confirm that. Yeah, okay. Information from the studio.
Chip, that's
Chip
another
the
term
Buffalo.
that's another term for a pile of buffalo shit, isn't it?
I believe so, yes. Buffalo chip.
Yes.
So what do you think that came up with the name Chip? Was it from Buffalo Chips?
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. They like their weed in Colorado, so they probably thought they were going to be funny.
True.
The Buffaloes are lined up for the
Colorado will kick off and start with the ball. Let's see if they can get old dog Holdorf going. Return to the 24. Hit by. Apparently, one of our fans, Mr. Greg Soto, is not a fan of Buffalo, of Colorado, as he wants the Buffalo to do something awful to the field. Get the guy to clean that up. Lead on the first pass attempt by Minnesota.
Yeah, they might want to limit the amount of times Amir has to throw the ball because he did not look good last week.
Well, he's continuing that trend so far this week. Completed pass for -2 yards. That's not what you're going for. First down. Got a first down. Old dog did the work, I think. That was probably more yardage than they deserved. First and 10 on the 35. In the spread.
Amir's not looking good. He keeps doing these jump passes. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do with that all game.
There you go. I think you were right there, Mike. They just give it to old dog Holdorf and Amir get out of the way.
Yeah, if they take the leash off of him, he's more apt to run.
Unlikely completion for 6 yards to Edgar Williams.
And that's what you want to do when you're the quarterback. You want to throw completions.
Yes, I've heard that. Robo, you're a receiver in another league that I've heard of once in a while. How do you feel about the passing game so far for Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean they're beginning to move the ball. The first couple of losses were not very good, but now we're seeing a little momentum going. They're starting to get a little groove in the game. So yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, it looks like you settled down a little bit. And the audible from the sidelines. Nice tiptoe catch by Will Woods. 3-yard reception, but very good one. And we are almost in the green zone, I believe they call it when they get inside the 10-yard line.
In Colorado, they do.
Feel like there's a hidden meaning there. Starting to click. 2nd and 6. Drop back to pass once again. Oh.
That's what you don't want.
Who that was? I didn't see who that was attempted for, but bit of pressure from the defense. But I tend to think you should have held on to it.
Yes, if you're going to make a catch, you have to hold on to the ball.
Agreed. That was good defense right there. Get a number, looks like number 21, don't know his name.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't really try any run options there. They're just only relying on the receivers. That could hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. They had that nice run from Holdorf and then didn't go back to it. Sometimes these coaches outthink themselves. Big good return from Mo Yards. And let's, as Colorado lines up, let's shout out for our fans here. Another TV viewer, Art Vandelay. Hey, I know that guy. Bob Funk, some toad named Coach Craven, Commander Root, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Grabs, Gold's official. Oh, never mind. We're going to finish that thought in a minute. That's one way to respond to the field goal.
Yes, Mo Yards just buffaloed that whole Minnesota defense.
Yes, he did. I confess I was looking at the roster and almost missed that. My goodness.
I would definitely say he got Mo Yards on that.
Yes. If he doesn't get any more yards all night, he's already got a decent night going for him. And we are 7-3. That was quick. Going back to the chat, Olds official Gary McGuire, have this 2 Ladybug X3, Atlanta Ray, I want to say it that way because we got all the Y's, Mike the Machine, Packer Fred, and the Greg Soto. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Oh, get off me. Kicks between her legs with a rather stiff return.
Yeah,
Mike, do you think they're gonna? Oh, so why don't you go ahead? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dix between your legs really likes to pound it up those holes.
Seems like he doesn't have a choice with a name like that, does it?
That's good for a gain of 7 yards.
Robo, you think we're gonna see more of that running game this time around?
I think he's got a couple of choices. There's at least 1 or 2 choices that can happen there. But let's hope they run the ball more.
Too soon. Ouch. Mirror paid for that choice.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
A slobber knocker in the face after that little 2-yard run. 3rd and 1. All shotgun, speed option to the right, or to the left, excuse me. I've had concussions, forgive me. And they got the first down.
Looks like Brian Moss, I believe it is in there spelling dog Holdorf, which isn't the best idea when you need the dog on the field.
How little they've used him. I doubt he needs a break. Get injured off camera and we didn't see it.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
5-yard pass to Steve Henry. And coming in from the sidelines. A little slow getting started, but Moss did run for 5 yards. I'm wondering what's up with Holdorf. Didn't return the kick.
Yeah, I think they decided to go with Moss because he's number 21.
That makes as much sense as anything. I'm going to go with that. A little bit slow developing on that play, but it was effective. Here we go. That looks like Holdorf again. Yep. He's back at it. Back at it.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Coming in from the sidelines. 2nd and 2. Good delayed handoff.
Number 41 on the tackle.
I'll take 4 yards of carry. How about you, Robo? You feel all right with that?
I think Minnesota's putting in the work. If it wasn't for really one run, Minnesota would have total control of this game.
I think I heard that Michael Vick was betting on this game because he really likes a dogfight.
Hey-oh. Hey, Michael Vick. They are just moving it down the field 4 yards at a time.
First down.
First and 10, 15-yard line. Seen that play before. Double outs from the side of the field. The 3-yard gain, that seems to be the they're going for on that play. Just getting yards. Long handoff. They aren't particularly fast when they run those options. I mean, Amir Williams didn't look that fast, and the backup running back wasn't very fast, but they're effective for him. I think just the misdirection is just working for him really well.
Yeah, I think Colorado's fallen for these fakes, and that's what's opening up the holes for the option to work.
I think you're right. They're biting on that pretty hard.
I don't think any of these players are going to win the 40-yard dash. It's just not going to happen.
Oh, a little trickeration on the end at the end of the drive there. That's a nice looking play.
Yeah, Will would like to get in the end zone, and Will Woods did get in the end zone.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. A little bit of a surprise. We hadn't seen anything resembling that. Truth be told, they haven't been under center all but maybe 1 or 2 plays the entire game yet, have they?
I believe I just saw a sexual assault on the sideline there, Coach. I saw the coach for Minnesota touching the hindquarters of the player.
It's legal when you're celebrating a touchdown. It's just the Supreme Court decision. They handed that down.
Okay, I'm just making sure there's no Penn State shenanigans going on here.
Right. Oh my goodness, yeah, I almost missed that. 24 plays, and Colorado's only got 1. A very efficient offensive game for Colorado so far. Until that play.
Yes, Mo now has less yards.
Have to change his name if he keeps that up. 2nd and 11. All right, that's a little bit better for old Mo there. Under the hurry up. 2 wide receivers. Tight end in motion. That did not get it done. Oh, we had a fumble.
Yes, I believe
Looks
there
like
was a fumble
Minnesota
on the
got
field there.
it. Like Minnesota got it.
I don't know. He may have been down when that ball came out, Coach.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see if there's a challenge. Bobo, what do you think? If we're gonna no, does yeah, there it is. What do you think?
We're going to get the challenge. The booth review. Let's see it right here. No, the ball came out.
I saw his knee on the ground there. Yeah, his knee was
That
down.
looks close. Here it is. Here's the.
Yeah, the ball didn't move until his knee was down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
It was reversed. Okay. Ultimately, doesn't change things a whole lot because they still have to punt. Robo, what do you think about that? That was a. I don't know. I felt like that was an underwhelming choice for a 3rd down play. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think other than the one big play, Colorado's getting outmatched. I think they're getting outcoached.
Kind of are, aren't they? It's this is not the Colorado we saw last week. Oh, big hit. Big hit. The linebacker said, "Don't come here." Wide again, 3 at the top of your screen. We're passing again. This team likes to throw the ball. The door for only 2 yards.
Yes, Amir does have talent, but he doesn't always fill his potential, as we saw last week.
You think last week could have been first game jitters, and maybe he's settling down here? That's not. I don't blame him for that one. That looked like a drop to me.
Yeah, that was a drop. I saw Amir not do so hot in one or two of the preseason games, so
Oh, okay.
he may just need more time with his hands in the center's butt.
Hey, you know what I always say? 3 things happen when you throw the ball, and 2 of them are bad. So,
Personal foul. Face mask.
flag looks like a face mask. Bonus yards for Colorado. Antoine McCollum. Imagine being a fullback for Minnesota. I don't think he was ever going to get in the game. First and 10. Colorado's trying to get something serious going. Oh, here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for. Slowest option quarterback in the league. Quarterman with a 9-yard rush.
Yes. Flo Rida, man, did do a good job on that run.
Into her back. Oh, boy, that guy's tough to bring down. Mo Yards is tough to bring down. So that's a big, strong man.
Yes, as a defender, sometimes you tackle the runner, sometimes you don't.
Usually a good choice to do that, but so far Mo Yards is definitely establishing the run.
Sitting at 19 yards per carry. Don't think he'll be able to sustain that, but who knows? Doesn't look like running outside is the best option for Mr. Mo Yards. 3rd and 3. 3 wide receivers. Still set, and they're going to run it again.
Wow.
Oh, that was pretty. That was pretty. 20-yard touchdown.
That O-line must be something special. O-line for Colorado is special because these guys are not quick. They're not doing anything fancy. Just getting big holes to run through.
Now that's a good point. That's a good point, Robo. That because like we mentioned earlier, they're not really getting anything outside unless it's off of an option and somebody bid on a fake. It's all been north-south stuff.
Yes, Mo Yards does tend to run like a Buffalo would, so he's on the perfect team.
It's between her legs with a 28-yard return. I don't know why. I'd really like to see him break one at some point.
Dick's between her legs does prefer a nice big gap.
Understandable. What are we at? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but they've only run the ball one time, right? They ran an option. So maybe twice.
That was.
Did you see this from Minnesota last week? This much of a passing game from them?
They did have some passing game, but Amir was more apt to throw it to the other team.
Oh yes, he had. I believe one guy had like 2 interceptions or 3 interceptions, something like that. They had one player, just for player of the week.
Yes, Kevin Smith. They call him the clerk on the team. He had 3 interceptions.
2, and they listened to us and ran the ball. Oldorf doesn't look, he doesn't look quite as burly as Yards on the other side, but he does okay. I feel like the man ought to get more chances. Like that one. 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Heard from the booth at Minnesota. Threw for over 200 yards last week. Rushed for only 93. So that tells you where the balance is.
Well, keep in mind that Doug Holdorf was missing for a nice chunk of time during that game.
Deficit in first downs, but to be fair, they got an awful lot of yards on one play. So 2nd and 7, just outside the 10-yard line. Shotgun again. There's that option. Perfect time for it.
Sometimes when
got blasted, didn't he?
Well, that was Amir, and Amir. Sometimes when you run into the defender, you get tackled.
It's true. That is true. I don't know where we'd be without your insightful insights.
You'd be in the booth. I just wouldn't be here.
I got you. I start to struggle a little bit, it's because I took a shot every time the last broadcast crew said Consider. So I'm just starting to get blurry.
That was an interesting play by Amir there. Like he, instead of running with the ball, like he's seemed like he's want to do this game. He held it until he finally had his receiver open.
That guy ran all over the back end of the end zone before he finally got open, didn't he? Back and forth game. 49 seconds left. Assuming this extra point is good, we're going to be at 17-14. Say Minnesota's a good account of themselves so far. Number 4 team in the country.
Yes, so far each team has scored and changed the lead several times.
Bobo, what do you think? Should they break from what they do and try to go downfield, or?
I think Minnesota has a great game plan. Colorado has just broken off a couple of big plays. I think I would stick to the game plan and we play a little bit better defense.
I don't know if Colorado's trusting in their quarterback's arm. They're not letting him throw deep. He keeps being forced in short yardage passes.
True. I think last week he only took a couple of shots downfield. I believe he was successful in one of them, but we'll see a lot.
I think when we see the time of possession, it's going to be very lopsided, compared to the score.
Agreed. Yeah, that's going to be eye-opening. Second and 1, 17 seconds left. There's the shot downfield. Oh! Dix almost got an interception.
Yeah, he didn't get it quite all the way there, which is maybe why they're limiting his attempts down the field.
Indeed. He doesn't quite have the arm strength for that throw. More of a rhythm and timing. The screen pass. Gonna call a time down.
This is where you need a quarterback that can throw it deep because you need more yards than not.
Did not call a timeout, saving that. I don't think they're going to have the time. 1 second left. What do you think? Take a shot downfield or try to set up a screen and see if Mo Yards can get happen on his own? What do you think, Robo? Like
take your shot. Take your shot down the field and see what happens. There's a lot of time in the pocket.
That's what's going to happen.
I believe.
I don't know who he was throwing to. That was nowhere close.
I believe that was done on purpose there.
I didn't even see a black jersey on the screen.
No, I don't know where he was going with that.
Maybe he overthrew 18 there, who clearly only plays offense because he can't tackle. We go into halftime. Minnesota leading the number 4 Colorado Buffaloes, 17-14. Pretty impressive first half for Minnesota, I think, considering what happened last week, considering how Colorado looked. Mike, what's your impression of that first half?
I think the coaching staff may have gotten Amir's interception problem under control. He seems to be making a lot better decisions. They are definitely feeding Dog Holdorf the rock a little bit more than what I felt like they did last week, and I think that's making all the difference.
How about you, Robo? What do you think Colorado needs to do in the second half to? I mean, they're only 3 points down, but it feels bigger than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. And like I said, I think time of possession tells the story. Yeah, I mean, they're almost double the time of possession. The yards are actually getting outplayed. So Colorado needs to string together a few. They need to mix it up a little bit, not be so one-dimensional. So let's pass the ball. Let's try to rush the ball.
But they had a lot more variety last week offensively, and it served them really well. They were never really stopped. That game was just a back and forth game. This game, not so much. Only one turnover. Wasn't that big a deal. Came right at the end of the first half. We will see what kind of adjustments old Yves von Hammer, or I don't remember how he says it.
Hammer set to return.
Yves Hammer. No Vaughn. There a Vaughn? Someone tell me in chat if there's a Vaughn. Colorado in their classic pistol set. And they're going right back to the run. I guess I don't blame them. Like we said, it's only 3 points, but they're going to have to stiffen up on defense is what they're going to have to do. If they're going to do this, take it down and score and get better in defense. A little bit different play. A little bit different look out of that play with the motion. I wonder if we're going to see that counter come later. Where he pulls that handoff and pitches it.
Coach, they're committed to the run, so
Yep.
they're going to play this out.
Yeah, it looks like they are. Well, yeah, like we were saying, if they can get stops on defense, that's going to be okay. But hard to argue with the results so far running the ball. But I feel I agree with your analysis at halftime that they didn't look like a 3-point game.
I didn't get a chance to ask you this at halftime, Coach, but do you think Flo Rideman is trying to shave points with that interception that he threw?
Well, you don't want to hold a guy's past against him, but we do know that there's some shady stuff there. It makes you question it, doesn't it?
Well, I thought I did, yes.
Touche, sir. Colorado with the punt. It's like this. It's early in the second half, but this feels like a big drive for Colorado and Minnesota, obviously, but bigger for Colorado. They need to get a stop.
Yes. If they don't get a stop, then the other team will score.
It'll be a touchdown, won't it? Well, not necessarily. It could be a field goal. There are 2 ways to score, aren't there? Actually, there's more than that. There's safeties. Second and 10. Pass out to the flat. Boy, good job hanging on. That's an awful lot of pain for a 2-yard reception, but he did it.
Yes, Edgar Williams. Edgar Williams gained yards, never more.
Like the literary reference there. Screen looks set up well. Oh, he ducked it. Oh, we got a flag.
Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Clipping.
Oh.
Offense.
Looks like that'll.
I think they're going to decline that because he dipped out of bounds just before getting the first down. So
that'll make it 4th and 2.
Just doesn't like it. We're punting.
It looks like both teams are settling in. A couple of I don't know if they were 3 and outs or not. I don't remember, but they're really the defenses are stepping up.
Yeah, I think so. I think my memory's hazy. I think Colorado might have gotten the first down on the last drive, but if they did, it was only 1. And the punt. So now we've had 2 punts. Still set, 3 wide. And Florida man with the very, very slow option.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
If they want to do anything positive here, they're going to have to gain yards.
Yes, they are. As Coach Hammer in the chat says, they're supposed to be winning. So, a little bit of an insight to what's happening on the sidelines. Telling them the game plan was for them to win. It's down on that run. To Mr. Moe. 7 rushing yards. Can't argue with that. 143 for Moe.
If it means anything to the AD Liam Hammer, they are definitely not winning.
Number 44 on the run.
Agreed.
Gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Apparently, Florida man just needs a Bud Light. He's going to be okay. I'd say put that in the. Just put that in one of the jugs on the side. Just have a keg. Just have a keg for him.
Mo Yards, Mo Yards got less yards because Oliver Klozoff
Was that Oliver close-off? Nice. I missed that.
There was nothing left after Oliver closed off.
That's what you're going
Well,
through
was
in
it
that
really
situation.
worth it for her to take Oliver clothes off? I don't really know.
Tell, without pictures, can't be the judge of that. Minnesota with the ball on their own 20 in their heuristic shotgun 4-wide set. Wow, I didn't think the ball was intended for him, but it worked. Second and third, second and 3. Williams, 18 for 24, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Not eye-popping, but certainly after that start and last week, I think they'll take it.
Their fakes are really making the defense bite, which is really to Minnesota's benefit.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're so slow and so deliberate looking, but they working it virtually every time. Well, nice pass over the middle to Will Woods again. He has a touchdown off of a jet sweep. Woods having a nice game. 1st and 10 from the 42-43.
That was an
Bobo,
impressive
they
pass.
work that double out route quite a bit, don't they?
Yeah, it's been very effective. They're continuing to feed their receivers and staying in bounds using some clock. So yes, running well.
Ooh. Right in the beak. Amir Williams popped right back up, but he's got to be feeling that one a little bit. 1st and 10. The Colorado 40. They're coming in from the sideline. 4-wide receiver set.
That looked more like what we saw last week.
Bit true to form on that one, isn't it?
Yes. Although to illustrate a point, it is a lot less wet this week. The players are higher though.
Yes. Both ways. They're moving the ball okay. 3rd and 5 on the 35-yard line. Setting up the screen.
Generally on a screen, you want to stay behind your blockers, not next to them.
Generally, yes. You're supposed to outrun them like that. Kind of a long field goal attempt. See if he's got the leg for it. Think we might see a fake. No, too late. I was going to ask if we're going to get a fake, but no, we did not. And he just squeaked it over the crossbar.
And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Coach, or not, but no matter how long they are, they're usually only worth 3 points.
True. Yes, I think they ought to set up a 4-point shot, so to speak. Kick it from like your own 45 or whatever. If you set a record, like 60-yarder. Let's just say 60-yarder. Make it a flat 60. If you can hit a 60-yarder, you get 4 points. Completely change the game. The kicker's great again. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line, 24-yard line.
I'm not sure what Mo Yards did there.
Yeah, he looked like he was doing the hokey pokey and trying to decide which foot to put in and which one to put out. Got to get going there, son.
Yeah, he should have turned himself around for sure.
Agreed. Yes. Goes to the sideline. The coach is probably going to shake him all about. There we go. That's what we're expecting from Mr. Mo Yards. Neither one of these teams are deviating from what they came in to do, are they? And truth be told, I can't disagree with it, although I feel like Colorado is barely hanging on to this. Well, there we are, end of 3 quarters. Minnesota, number 18 Minnesota, ahead of number 4 Colorado, 20-14. I'll make you guys neck out a little bit. You think they can hang on and finish this one off, or you think Colorado's going to answer? And
I feel like whichever team ends with the higher score is going to win.
Okay. Yeah, that's sound. That logic is sound. Bobo, how about you? You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, it's starting to feel like Whoever the last team to have the ball is probably going to win this game.
Yeah.
Unless the last team that has the ball loses.
So a possibility. You want to be open to all the possibilities. Hammer in the chat saying they need to score more points. That's why he's the coach and I'm just a broadcaster.
If they do score more
5.
points, they will have more than 14.
Yes. However, the last run was not inspiring. Play choice.
I think
Minnesota's
going to regret not getting better than 3 on that last series.
Yeah, that could be. It digs between her legs with another return. I just feel like it needed to be said. That last play call was a little bit confusing on a 3rd and long. I don't know what that was about. Ouch! Woods paid the price for those 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Colorado really love to get a turnover right now. They are playing very soft on defense, giving up those underneath curls.
That'll make it 3rd
and 1. Calling in from the sidelines. We're going to get a run or a pass here. Good. We're going to get that. Bears playing okay. I mean, considering last week, it's playing okay. Mike, do you think this week will, if they can pull it out this way, you think this week will take the dink off of last week for Amir, or are you still going to feel like the jury's out on him until he put together a couple more?
Based on the way he's played, I feel like he'll definitely have a lot more confidence going forward. Now, there's this whole 3 minutes left where he could make a bunch of mistakes, but he's been really outshining last week by far.
Looks like we have a new member in chat. Eli Tipton. Am I reading that correctly? Minnesota moving the ball. This looks like a completely different team from last week. Do you think that's a reflection on Kansas? Is Kansas perhaps a better team than we thought? Or
defensively, they're a very strong team. Offensively, they did leave some things to be desired, but that could have been due to the rain. Colorado should be playing a lot better than what Kansas did against Minnesota.
They do. Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Colorado just looked really flat. After that first run, it just looks so impressive. It's been very average. They had a chance to turn things in their favor there, though. I was going to congratulate Minnesota because they were running the clock down there, but then they threw the ball. But I guess I guess for some teams you have to just do what you're doing well. If that means throwing the ball even with the lead, so be it. Or big down. Oh. First real pressure we've had on the quarterback today. Have we had any other sacks? Anyone think of any?
I can't remember any off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
This is a big field goal.
This is a big one, isn't it?
I mean, I think it's still worth 3 points either way.
Unless you're playing fantasy, then it changes. Doing fantasy football, it could be a different point value.
That is a big deal, though. 9-point difference now. Now a 2-score lead. It's late in the game. Big deal. We think, boy, they don't have any choice, do they? I was going to ask if we thought Colorado would open it up a little bit. They don't have a choice. This much time left. They've got to get downfield quick.
Yes, less than 2 minutes. They will have to score a lot of points.
At least 9 to extend the game.
I think we're seeing that the top 10 in the league May have been.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
I think
Here we go.
I think Flo Rida man actually found his arm strength.
Spoke too soon.
I was going to say
No,
the top 10.
67
I was going to
yards.
say the top 10 really hasn't been impressive this week, but here we go.
Oh, Florida answering. Is it too little, too late? We'll find out. Stick with us. At 48, they're kicking the extra point. 2 points don't do them any good here, so that makes sense. What do you think? We're going to see an onside kick, or are they going to kick it deep and try and get the stop?
Yes.
Thank you.
Right.
Onside kick it is. And rather anticlimactically, doesn't even bounce around. Spencer Kidd with the return. Hands on the onside kick.
Whatever Colorado's going to do, they're going to have to do it in 1 minute and 46 seconds.
Colorado with all 3 timeouts. Oh, big.
What a great broke tackle.
Oh, that was only 4 yards, but old dog Holdorf. Unfortunately, going out of bounds doesn't help his team, but 4 yards out of that play is pretty impressive. 2nd and 6. Not running. They did not fall for it that time. Amir Williams minus 4 yards. Took the yards right back. Goodness, True made the tackle. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like Ives von Himmer maybe laid into this defense and told them to play strong.
Defense.
A bad decision.
Boy, that was some problematic play calling there, wasn't it?
I mean, now you put yourself out of field goal range.
Only forced Colorado. Well, no, I guess they took 2. No, okay, yeah, they took 2 timeouts.
Now, what Colorado's going to have to do here is they're going to have to score at least 3 points if they want to win.
Agreed. Safety's pretty much off the table right now. I think they need a little more than 3 yards of play, but again, not even over 100 yards. That's amazing.
And we could see another top 10 team squeak one out.
Good.
Oh, he was craving more there. If he would have just broken that tackle, he...
Block running. Full adjustment. Steps. Wow.
I'm not sure he was in bounds for that catch.
That looked like he was a couple of feet out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
that's
that'll
going to
be
get reviewed. What? It's not?
No, we need
My
a review.
goodness.
Call a timeout, coach.
My goodness. Can't inside of 2 minutes. It's got to come from the booth, doesn't it, in college? The same as the NFL on that rule?
I'm pretty sure it does have to come from the booth.
Boy, this is something else.
Yeah, now they're just going to rip these up, man.
Truthfully, at this rate, they can run the ball if they want to. You know, run it a couple of times, get closer, kick a field goal. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to throw the ball. 2nd and 7, 1:01 left in the game. Colorado trying to stage a furious rally.
They're definitely sticking close to the sideline with their plays.
Yes, they are. That's kind of a brilliant final drive. However this works out. Work the sidelines to perfection. Oh, I think we're all in agreement that that may have been a missed call on that one particular play.
Yes, it was definitely a bad call. That should have been reviewed.
I realize I'll probably get fined from the league because I'm supposed to remain impartial, but dicks between your legs, missed the tackle.
Looks like it's going to take a turnover now to stop them from scoring.
They sure ran the clock down a lot, didn't they?
And I believe that's the game.
That's... Oh.
4 yards.
Minnesota will have a couple of seconds, but they need something big out of them here.
Play-by-play man's not supposed to be rendered speechless. However, it just was. That was a very impressive drive from Colorado. All things considered, looks like they're going for two because why not? Got it.
And it was a success.
Where was this all game?
Now it will take a big score here to win.
I think Colorado's got something Minnesota doesn't have, and that's no yards.
Agreed. Return by Tweener Legs.
Solid return. He found the opening.
Man left, man left.
7 seconds. We don't really have. They got 3 timeouts, but with 7 seconds, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah. It's all or nothing here, isn't it? 8 for 37 for 180 yards. That tells you they, as we mentioned earlier, they're working that double out route a lot.
He's got the protection. He's got the arm.
Oh my goodness.
But not the catch.
Not the time.
Oh my goodness. Oh, on that final play. Wow. Folks. A little bit of controversy on that last drive. Mo yards as expected, as it should be. Here the game. A little bit of controversy on that last play. Buzz, do you feel like? How do you feel about this game? To say a team doesn't necessarily deserve a win, I'm not going to go that far, but Colorado's got to be grateful for some questionable calls there.
Yes, I believe home field definitely played a factor in this, helping Colorado feel more comfortable and being able to pull off what they did. There was certainly a missed call in there, I believe, but the refs decided it was fair and square, and Colorado came away the victor. It was a well-played game by Minnesota, but they go home losers.
Bobo, how about you? How do you feel about the end result of this game?
I think Minnesota was the better team today, but I always tell my son and so forth that good teams find a way to win. Colorado found a way to win.
Well, and hey, okay, so you had that one drive, but there's certainly, bad calls by the refs are part of the game, and we know that even with a play like that, you have other opportunities. It's not for nothing that Minnesota had the lead and had some very questionable play calling and turned the ball over with quite a bit of time left over. So, yeah, there was some controversy there, but they had their chances, didn't they?
Yeah, it's more than one play, and
yeah,
it's a body of work, and Colorado, they were the benefactor of some better plays.
Yeah, can't fault them for that. Go ahead, Mike.
Mo yards definitely had a nice average yards per carry there with those several big runs that he had. Finding the end zone 3 times, that definitely earns him not only player of the game, but I think he's looking pretty good for possible Heisman.
With his 2 games that he's put together now, I think Florida Man had kind of stole the spotlight last week. Yards had a hell of a game last week as well. So, yeah, he's got to be a contender, right? I think he's probably up over 300 yards now. He might be over 300 yards. We'll have to verify that with the office, but he's one of the top rushers in the league so far. We're told that after week 2 is complete, we'll know all of the season stats for you in chat that want to know. Only 16 attempts for Florida Man, whereas 38 attempts, as we mentioned earlier, 38 attempts, but not a lot of yards for that many attempts. So they were working that out route a lot.
I don't know if Coach, if you're seeing the chat, but it looks like there may have been some shenanigans. The rest may have been paid off.
As I sit here and hold a wad of cash in my hands, I'm going to say I don't know what you're talking about. I see nothing. I'm going to quote Sergeant Schultz. I'm going to quote Sergeant Schultz, and I've got a big shout out to whoever, and give me that reference in chat next. We are only halfway done, and David Leathers points out another wild night in the AACL. Halfway through, baby. Never know what could happen next. Coming up next, we've got Cincinnati and Georgia State. Georgia State, one of my dark horse teams to be a contender by the end of the season. I just think that Bundy Dangerfield guy get enough respect. He had a great first week. See how he follows it up, although the highly ranked teams have all struggled. You see in chat a great suggestion. McGuire saying Mo Yards transferring across the state to Air Force Academy. I have no skin in the game, of course, but I totally think that's a good idea. Air Force would certainly love to have him.
I believe you misread that, Coach. I believe it says to Air 4E Academy.
Apparently, I was just reading what I wanted to see. You are correct. I read it wrong. Post game, we are looking at 197 rushing yards, 158 passing yards, decent balance for Colorado. Most of those passing yards came late in the fourth quarter. Minnesota also, surprisingly, although I guess they did get some good running out of their quarterback, surprisingly more balanced than I would have thought. 140 rushing yards, 180 passing yards. Time of possession, big as Robo noted at halftime, big disparity. That didn't change. Although at one point I believe we had 14 plays for Minnesota and only 1 for Colorado, so that certainly explains that. 15 points in the fourth quarter for Colorado. Boy.
Yeah, and usually when you score more points, then you're going to win.
That is usually how it works. Woods, offensive player of the game for Minnesota. Had 6 receptions, 50 yards. I believe his touchdown came on that jet sweep. And then Captain Cornwall, 4 tackles and an interception. Rob Hogan, 8 tackles, defensive backfield. Boy, that tells you a lot. And then, of course, Mo Yards, as we thought. 18 carries, 167 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Another brilliant game from my pick for the Heisman frontrunner.
Well, Coach, it's been nice working with you. I'm going to have to hop on a fast jet. I got to be at the next game, so I will talk to you later.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll be seeing you another time, I'm sure, from Axis of Evil Studios. Bobo, my teammate in another league that we will not mention. Always a pleasure working with you.
Pleasure is all mine. But again, I'm a little disappointed in the result. Not that I'm a Minnesota fan, but I think they were outplayed and ultimately lost.
This could come into play in the Kings, couldn't it? Because obviously, number 4 and number 1 lost, number 2 squeaked. I don't think they're going to leapfrog UCF with this game.
I'm gonna keep that in mind for my coaches poll this week.
Yeah. If they'd have come out and just stomped on them, then you might probably have a pretty good shot at leapfrogging UCF. But at this point, I think UCF holds on to the top spot.
Good luck to Georgia State and Natty, Gunny and Bob Funk. Hope you have a great game.
Coming up, we've got Natty trying to bounce back from their week 1 loss to Syracuse. Georgia State, an outstanding first game against ECU, who pulled off a pretty big upset yesterday.
Yeah, let's look for Rodney Dangerfield to get some respect.
We'll just give our broadcast partners a chance to get in the booth.
So I'm always a fan of Buster Cherry. So yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a big whether Rodney gets respect or ultimately Natty busts Cherry. We'll see.
We'll see. I felt like Natty week 1 kind of ran into a buzzsaw, 42-28. I think I think they're a better team than that, and we'll probably see that today. At a tall order, sir. I believe it's Cliff.
Yes,
isn't
I
it?
am. Good evening, AACL.
Cliff, good to have you in the booth. Why don't you? Did you get a chance to watch Georgia State in their first game?
You know, I didn't, but I did a little research here for you, and
Okay.
I've got some stats.
Let's have it, yeah.
And two things jump out at me about this game coming up. Number one, we already described the fact that Natty lost last week. It was what you would describe as somewhat of a big loss, and the key stat there for this team was that they had 359 yards passing and 9 yards rushing. So they're going to be looking to balance that out a little bit, get out of that one-dimensional offense and keep the defense guessing. And then for Georgia State, it's almost the opposite. Georgia State comes in with 330 yards rushing and only 45 yards passing. So it will be interesting to see how these teams balance out their offenses and how those defenses adjust to that.
I agree. That's a good point. And you bring up something. They gave up. Natty gave up quite a few yards to Taz von Whippersnapper, or whatever his name is, and Rodney Dangerfield rushed for an awful lot of yards himself. They could they possibly be in for another if they haven't changed. If they haven't addressed that issue, they may be in for some another rough day.
You know, that's correct. I think with Georgia State coming out with the win last week, they may not be looking to change up too much, but certainly I would expect Natty again to look a little bit more balanced and change things up on defense if possible.
Mike All, welcome back.
Oh,
Long
I'm
time.
surprised you beat me here, Coach. I just flew in, and boy, are my arms tired.
It had to be said, didn't it? Well, fortunately, I have a little secret that I cannot tell you. But yeah, I'm here already, ready to go. What's your take on this game? You heard Cliff had some nice stats and a nice little breakdown. What do you think that either one of these teams need to do to pull off a win?
They're gonna have to score more points in order to win. Either one of them.
I teed that right up for you, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree. The team that scores more points is going to win. And we are ready to head out. The state playing in a dome, so we have a cozy 70 degrees and no moisture other than anything we bring on with us. We'll look at the Georgia State team celebrating something. How I anticipated their head coach looking. He was older.
You know what's nice about Georgia State is their uniforms they look exactly like high school uniforms. So these kids come into Georgia State and they're like, oh, well, this is what I kind of looked like when I was playing high school, so I could do this.
It's a good recruiting tool, isn't it? Going for those guys that don't have the self-esteem to go to a place like Alabama or Georgia. A team like Georgia State.
Carson's set to return.
Georgia State will get the ball first. Natty kicking off, going white after going all black last week, I believe.
You know what they say, once you go white, you don't walk right.
Don't think I've heard that before, but I'm going to trust you. Trust you on that one. Johnny Carson with a nice return. This feels such nostalgia watching Georgia State play. 1st and 10 from the 27. And pressure right off the bat. Natty coming out a little furious. I'm sure they're going to want to bounce back from last week. They don't want to see that again. A wide from Georgia State. 2nd and 10, setting up the screen. Don Belushi with a nice 7-yard run. As we go to 3rd and 3, another TV viewer, Bob Funk, Randy Root, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Rabs, Gunny McGuire, Hammer Jammer, Have This, Ladybug, and Ray, Mike the Machine, All, and Packer Fred. Welcome. Glad to have you. Broadcast. Had 2 fantastic games so far. I've no doubt this one will live up to the high bar set by GST. DeGay with only a 2-yard return. Great coverage on that punt. Jeff, what do you think? We're going to come right out and try to establish a run, or you think they're going to ease into it after they showed us all that passing last week? Well, that answers that question. Right downfield.
I think they're looking.
Jackson.
They're looking to go big early and set the tone here. You're away. You want to quiet down the crowd and get into a rhythm, and that certainly that 1st down helps this offense feel a little bit more confident.
Yeah, Buster Cherry with a dart right up the middle. Split back, shotgun formation. 1st and 10. Oh, nice little option. 12 yards.
Buster Cherry is definitely busting this cherry. I don't know if you guys could hear that. That was a fan from the stands laughing very loudly there at some sort of joke. She's a very pretty woman. I'm not sure what her name is though.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
I think you might be biased.
I'm straight, coach. I just want to get that out there. I'm straight, coach. I'm not biased.
Dixon Butts throwing a chicken wing.
Speaking of biased, that was Dixon Butts, and it was really nice.
Kind of awkward now. Dixon Butts with a 1-yard run.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Bearcats starting out nice. 2nd and 9. This is the first long yardage situation they've been in on this drive, I believe.
I think you're correct, and they're doing a great job of mixing up the run and pass and keeping.
They really are, aren't they? We didn't see this last week.
Robinson with the tackle. That's good for a gain of
Brendan Allen with the 1st down reception.
That makes it 1st and goal.
9 yards for his 1st catch. I like how they're finishing these plays. Every time these guys get a catch, they turn around and look for somebody to hit. A wide, 1st and goal.
Ooh, that was definitely not as good.
Yeah. Looks like Dixon Butts need to go to the sidelines for a quick blow. And not pay off for a bit of a drop-off to a 2nd-string running back.
Yes,
no doubt. There wasn't a lot of room there for Dixon Butts to move around.
Nice pursuit. Howie Felter snatch.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
Jesus. Howie Felter snatch with a 1-yard reception. Can't help feeling like I might go to hell after this. Oh, start to the end zone. Open goal. Buster Cherry.
That was
Maybe a little bit.
That was his 1st incompletion.
It was, yeah.
The ball looked good. I'm wondering if the receiver just wasn't ready for the speed on that pass.
That definitely was a fastball, wasn't it? He wasn't holding back on that one. Still, can't feel bad about getting points on your first drive. And with 3 after, it should be noted, holding Georgia State to a 3-and-out. So,
Feel like if Buster Cherry would have gone with Dixon Butts, he might have scored. I mean, more than 3 points, obviously, Coach.
Exactly. 1st and 10 from the 25. Belushi, 7-yard run. We saw some good stuff from Belushi last week as well, but Rodney Dangerfield just stole the show.
Yeah. Interesting fact about John Belushi, he doesn't like Coke, only Pepsi.
Ah. Heard that somewhere.
Probably the issue then.
Dangerfield with a little less of the confidence we saw from him last week on that run. Only got 1 yard. 3rd and 3. Well, he got the first down, but that's still a little bit of dancing before he got going. 15-yard rush. A little more like we saw last week. 1st and 10. Georgia State trying to answer. Creative motion, bringing the receiver into the backfield. And we go to the hurry up. 2nd and 6. Wide. This physical run from Rodney Dangerfield. No, I think sometimes it's good to play with a chip on your shoulder. Might end up serving Mr. Dangerfield that he's been disrespected for so long.
No doubt. We haven't had too many chunk yardage plays, but Georgia State finds a way to get another first down.
The ball pretty well. That last play notwithstanding.
A lot of people say that Rodney Dangerfield is just one-dimensional, but I think there's a subtle intelligence behind what he does.
Agreed. I believe that's his first, but no. Oh, my goodness. I'm totally off. He's thrown the ball 4 times. Good grief. Bubble screen, I don't quite know where that guy was going. The blocking was not back inside.
Yeah, and usually when you don't block for your guy with the ball, he doesn't go anywhere.
Also, when you don't run where your blocking is.
With the speed on the edge, I think that 3rd down pass was questionable in the flats. I would definitely have thrown something at least beyond the first down.
That is, I don't know if the throw was off a little bit. He did have to sort of come back for it. You'd like to see the guy be able to catch that in stride and run. Even so, like you said, it was behind the line or behind the first down marker, and it's not always successful. Not very often successful.
After
with another stop.
After 1 quarter, Cincinnati has a slight edge.
Cherry with a rare incompletion. He's got 2 in a row now. A tighter formation out of the Bearcats. 2nd and 10. Passing, though. Oh, big play. Touchdown saving tackle, I think. Jackson with a nice reception. In the tackle. In the first tackle attempt.
Yes, usually when you break that first tackle, you get tackled by somebody afterwards.
I like that formation that they ran there. It gives you a lot of options to cross up the defense on double outs, double slants. That's not good. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That looked like it was dead in the water.
That was probably the best juke move I've seen tonight.
It was fantastic. Brandon Allen with a heck of a play, and he did most of the work himself.
Just absolutely lights those 2 defenders as he races down the sideline.
Looking good so far. Georgia State not quite found their stride yet. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Little pass out of the backfield. Dixon Butts back in the game.
At the 8-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Being a league announcement in the chat there. Wyoming, a COVID issue or something. They're going to cancel the game.
Dixon Butts just not getting the traction.
Dixon Butts is smaller than I would expect. That's what she said. 3rd and 4, motion from the tight end. See that setting up. See that setting up for that little pass out of the backfield. That's been pretty good for him a couple of times.
If you want Dixon Butts to be successful, you got to spread things open.
100% agree. Oh my goodness. Buster Cherry was going to get taken down for a loss. He said, no, sir. Wow, he's bigger than that DB. Yeah. 2nd and goal. It's like from the 1-yard line. Of course, we're going to stay in the spread because Cincinnati care. Dixon Butts walks. It's not Dixon Butts. It's Gouldsby. It's a shame.
Yeah, just when it's time to score, they switch it to another one.
All 4 play and no finish.
Apology to his fantasy owners.
All 4 play and no finish from Dixon Butts. Eddie, 2-score lead to nothing. 3 minutes left in the half. Do you feel like this is a pretty important drive to set a tone for Georgia State? That they've got to respond.
You know, I don't think it's panic time yet. If I may misremember this, but I think they do get the ball at the start of the 2nd half. Is that correct?
I could be wrong as well. I was thinking do not. I thought no. Yeah, no. I think they got the ball first.
Okay,
Natty stopped them and then went down and scored on their first drive, if I'm remembering correctly. I've had concussions. Could be wrong.
And it is Tuesday, so that's its own problem.
True. Although it's my Saturday, if you will, so I haven't been doing anything productive at all today. Brain's not woken up yet. Gucci with the catch out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Bob Funk in chat says Georgia State had the ball first. So.
Gotcha. So this is a must-score drive for them. Don't want to go down 3 possessions.
No. Yeah, the way this game's going, if they don't score and say Natty went down and scored on them, it could be over at that point. Although, boy, the way the game's been playing out, I don't think any lead is safe. Here we go. Big run by Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, if Georgia State doesn't score here, they'll have no points.
Is also correct.
Yeah, I'm going to check with our experts on that, but I do think you are correct.
If they don't score, they won't have any points. Just need confirmation. Our tech experts in the booth will double check that one for us.
There was a nice little run there.
Sir. All right, after a quick use of the internet and computer power, they will in fact not have points if they don't score. So
wow, Steve Quinn had a nice run there.
He sent a message at the goal line, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Wow, right in the beak. Out of the way, son. Oh, we were saying they needed to respond, and they did. This game got a lot tighter, and
I believe that's why they sent Quinn in. They needed 7, and they got 7 to get 7. Well, 6, and then they got 7.
Yes. It was a good drive. That was a very good drive from Georgia State. That's what we saw last week from them. They can keep that going. Now they just need to get a couple of solid stops on Cincinnati.
Yeah, surprisingly, whenever you score, it's usually a good drive.
Agreed. Obviously, they opened up with the pass there, but if you're Cincinnati, Cliff, if you're Cincinnati right now, do you try to be aggressive and go down and score, or do you maybe take your foot off the throttle and not risk throwing an interception?
I think you're away. You're playing against a top 10 team. You got to play to win, so I'm looking for points on this drive.
They busted Cherry there.
Mr. Cherry. Under. Swarmed under by the defense. That time. Mine stepped up after giving up a sack earlier.
Yeah.
He has Crack with his first reception of the day. Say that wrong? What?
Buster Cherry didn't get very much on that one either.
No.
You know, it's
a little bit of a letdown, honestly.
Yeah, the offensive line just kept busting like a hymen and then busted her Cherry. Not much of a return by Johnny Carson there.
Sorry, I was a little bit discombobulated by that comment. A little over a minute to go. 1st and 10. Georgia State is not messing around.
Yeah, that was wide open.
Johnny Carson. Yards. 73 yards.
What a play, and suddenly this game gets flipped on its head. Georgia State starts looking more like Georgia State at this point.
Yeah, his teammates call Johnny Carson the king of late night, and it's getting late. He found the end zone.
It is. It is. The king of late night steps up and lives up to his name. What a play. What a play. Boy. Changed in a hurry, didn't they? The State now up by 4, kicking off with just under a minute left in the second half, or in the first half. Nice return.
Wow, he might break this.
6 yards. That changes things up a little bit. Cincinnati's got a chance to get some points after all.
Yeah. Izzy Gay did really well there. I would say no, that he was not.
Yeah, I think he answered the question, didn't he?
Yes.
Is that the kicker?
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Is Izzy Gay the kicker?
No, Izzy Gay was the returner.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I saw somebody say dragged down by the kicker, and so I was confused.
That was a nice deflection by Laurel Hardy.
Just at the bottom of your screen, Cincinnati with their foot still on the gas. Although that's not going to help.
That brings up 4th and 3.
Georgia State, hey, if they want to, they can take another shot downfield. Or what happens here, although
Cincinnati's definitely feeling the pressure here.
4th and 3. I feel like they're outside of field goal range at this point.
I don't know why he's letting the clock run down. Only to hand it off. That made no sense.
And that was some peculiar thought process at the end there. Georgia State coming back with a furious rally late in the second half to take the lead 15-10. I'd be curious to see what the stats tell us after we look at this. I think they're going to be pretty even overall, but to Cliff's point at the beginning of the season, I don't think that Cincinnati, they've gotten a little more balance out of their run game, but I'm not sure it's been that significant. We'll see what happens when we get a look at the stats.
Yeah, you know, that was absolute awful clock management. You're away, got timeouts in hand, and you just let the clock run out. I wonder if that's going to come back to haunt them, that they didn't capitalize on that and try to get some points.
That's a good point. There wasn't really anything to lose by taking a shot. All right, so looking at the yards, Georgia State can't get much more balanced than that. My goodness. With possession a little bit, I guess, 73 yards on one play, that's not going to take a lot of time. So time of possession favored Cincinnati. Rushing yards, still pretty lopsided. I'll give them a little bit of credit, though. I feel like they're using their run game better than last week. That may be a reflection on the defense. What's your take on this first half?
Well, my take is that Cincinnati was doing really well to begin with, but then Georgia State started doing better.
What do you think changed?
The score.
Ah, yes. So obvious, it's like it's right there in front of me. Cincinnati getting the ball, second half. They've given up 169 yards, felt like more than that, 1 sack, 6-yard average. I bet they'd like to bring that average down under 4. Cincinnati coming out in the same type of set that we've been seeing from them so far. It opens with the, ooh. Oh, we're sitting there telling them to run, and then look, oh, Dixon
Oh my
Butts
goodness.
is down. Dixon Butts is down.
Yes, there's an injury on Dixon Butts.
Hate to see that. 2nd and 12, lots of time, and he throws it away.
I mean, this is a game of pain and pleasure, and that was all pain right there with Dixon Butts.
Well, that was quick. They come back and say it's a bruised shoulder. He will return soon. I don't know what they mean by soon, but we'll find out soon enough. 3rd and 12, and they convert. Effort by Goolsby. Goolsby looks like he's doing double. Oh, no, he came out of the backfield. Okay, I thought that was a pass to the slot receiver, but he came out of the backfield.
Dixon Butts used to come in the backfield.
Yes. That's just a given, though, isn't it?
As the running
State
back.
with
Ow! Ooh, wow.
Buster Cherry gets hammered. Number
Who was
29.
that with the tackle? Yeah, 29.
My goodness. Looked like he was wandering around for a little bit, but he made it back to the huddle. And he's running again. He's not afraid to do.
Oh, he avoided the tackle. Oh, what? There's a flag.
The flag.
Personal foul.
You know, one of the reasons I love this league is in the AACL, there is no concussion protocol. So if you can pick up your mouthpiece and put it back in your mouth,
Still first down.
we saw that from Terry.
It should be.
Yes. A lot of these guys are good at putting stuff in their mouth.
That's what she said.
Nice pass over the middle to Pierre Dennis.
First down.
Cherry 14 of 18 for 180 yards. Pretty efficient so far. Just a game manager, but default that one looked like everyone was covered. 2nd and 10. From just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati responding well here in the second half.
Yes, usually on 2nd and 10, you want to pick up at least 10 yards, not lose 4.
No, that's a bit of a disappointment. Foxworthy, making his debut on the kicker there. Looks like he's made a few plays already, but we haven't heard from him. 3rd and 14.
Oh my!
And there's our first interception for Georgia State. Having enough on it. I don't know if he saw that guy or.
I don't believe he did.
angle.
Yeah, because when you throw it and the other team catches it, that's usually a turnover, and that's not what you want to do.
That is usually a problem. It's hard to tell. I from that angle couldn't see if that guy was the one covering or if he had dropped back in coverage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the playbook. Cincinnati was looking for points to respond after Georgia State went up at the end of the first half, and now they're back on defense.
kind of hit them with the commentator curse, didn't I? I said they were responding pretty well, and plays later.
Nice run by
Sorry.
Don Lupe. One of the few 10-yard runs that you can get without getting a first down.
Quite sure I understand the math of that, but Rodney with a nice fake. Ouch!
Oh. Were those Canadian yards or American yards?
Say Canadian, because it didn't get him a first down. Both of these quarterbacks have taken some shots. My goodness. I don't mean the kind of shots I was taking earlier.
What kind of shots were those, sir?
Risky. And I unfortunately I started late. Oh no, not unfortunately, because I wouldn't have been able to do this game at all.
Wow.
Rodney Dangerfield with a huge run.
Huge run.
37 yards.
Coach, I did manage to catch up with Rodney Dangerfield before the game and interviewed him. He's one of the few. He's one of the few players in the league that's actually already married. He told me that his wife's so ugly that not only does he turn her around, but he also turns around.
Meanwhile, an errant pitch is going to go completely wrong, and Cincinnati gets the scoop and score play for Cincinnati. Gay with the return. He's just answering questions all over the field today, isn't he?
Yes. Rare mistake by Rodney Dangerfield.
That was rough.
Huge turn of events here and a giant swing in momentum, keeping this game really, really close. We'll look to see who steps forward and can put this game away.
That drive was looking fantastic, and then just like that. Oh, Dangerfield's out for 2 quarters. We may not see Rodney. I didn't realize he got hurt on that play. Rodney Dangerfield's out for 2 quarters. May return. That could be bad news for Georgia State.
Definitely going to hurt their running game.
Absolutely. Breakdown on the offense there. Georgia State with more yards. I don't think I even know who the backup is. Well, Belushi says, all right, it's not a big deal. Steve Quinn, never mind.
Yes. Steve Quinn, medicine woman, with a nice run there.
Everybody open, so C.J. Holmes, the backup for Georgia State. The ball away, we're looking at 2nd and 10. 6 left in the 3rd quarter. Georgia State, some very bad news just a few minutes ago.
Collins was roaming in the backfield there and had a nice tackle.
4 wide. 3rd and 13. This is not what Georgia State wants to. Oh, that's quite a. Hey, they got 10 yards, but they need 13. I'm going to take a page from Mike here and say when you need 13 yards and you only get 10, that's not a first down.
Unless there's a penalty, Coach.
Check. It was a punt. That play is bigger than just turnover and points, because if that took Rodney Dangerfield out of the game, I wouldn't be feeling good for Georgia State.
All right, let's see what Cincinnati can do here.
1st and 10 from the 20. Motion 3 wide. The counter run out of the form. Dixon Butts for 0 yards, so he's back. Got that going for us. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's good to see that he's back in the game, but he just hasn't had that much of an impact overall for this offense, and there he goes, proving me wrong.
Well, you know, the more you get Dixon Butts going, the easier it becomes.
That's right. The opposing wall begins to open up, and then you can break through it pretty easily.
Almost like every time we say something about a player, they say, "Oh yeah, you wanna say that to my face? Come out and have a good play." Cincinnati moving the ball, 2nd and 2.
Wow, what a great fake.
That is the second game that I've seen that play, inside air option, I believe they call it, for the quarterback, and that is a really good play. The quarterback to pull out that fake, that looks nigh unstoppable. Pass. Gotta put that one on old Buster Cherry. That's not his fault. He hit the guy right in the hands. 2nd and 10. Outside the Georgia State 40.
Cincinnati was in a bunch formation there.
Traffic around that one. The play for Georgia State. I feel like they need to get a stop. They're right back in that spot that they were in when they were behind, where things aren't looking good.
Wow.
And there we go. Abbott Costello with a great deflection. 1 second left in the quarter, and Cincinnati's going to punt.
Now with guys like Abbott Costello and Laurel Hardy out there in their defensive backfield, it's like you've got extra guys.
It's almost like twice as many.
Yes.
And that's a big play for the Georgia State defense because it keeps this game close. With them getting the ball back, they're looking to take the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, if they had let them run a little more time off and then score, they'd be giving themselves a lot of kind of a downhill, kind of an uphill battle to get back in this game. A little bit of dancing. Hey, got 5 yards out of it. That didn't look like a 5-yard gain to me at first.
Yeah, but I gotta be honest with you, it didn't look like a Rodney Dangerfield run to me either.
No, agreed. There's a reason this guy's the backup. Fake. 3rd and 1, Johnny Carson. Really having a decent game, although that one play, only a splash, wasn't it? Cincinnati in press coverage. Nice run, shakes off the tackle.
Wow, that was a nice shed there.
Good go. C.J. Holmes heard you say he didn't look like Johnny Dangerfield or Rodney Dangerfield, and he said, "Oh yeah, hold my beer." 1st and 10.
I believe it's pronounced C.J. Holmes. I think that's how he pronounces his name. C.J. Holmes.
Oh. Hurry up, 4 wide. 2nd and 4, a little bit of motion. Seen this play before. Oh wow. My goodness.
Well, there's a Rodney Dangerfield type run.
Alrighty then. TJ, I'll take back any negative vibes I sent your way. That was a hell of a run from the backup.
Yeah, great run, Holmes.
Absolute monster run, and he puts the team on his back and gets the lead.
It's quite a momentum swing for them, isn't it? They got the stop, then punt at the end of the 3rd quarter, and marched right down and scored.
I don't know if he had the team on his back there, Cliff, but he definitely had the ball in his hands.
I was speaking more of metaphorically than. Oh.
Biss, did you guys catch who the injury report was on there?
I did not.
It popped up just for a second and then it went away. We're gonna have to talk to our technical department about that. I'll leave that up long enough.
Yeah, you've got to be quick in the AACL, otherwise you can see.
That was a good stop there.
They're not falling for that fake anymore, are they?
Yeah, no, they got some good penetration to Buster Cherry.
You know, and despite these injuries, this game has gone back and forth. Momentum has swung both ways. We'll see who makes the big play right here at the end of the game.
That inside veer, but Buster Cherry looked like he might be a little fatigued. He didn't really get on his horse and get going on that play. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, you can only Buster Cherry so many times.
Hurt only once, but
Oh, nearly intercepted.
boy,
That brings up 4th and 7.
it's like it feels like momentum has completely gone away for Natty.
Georgia State's confidence here is beginning to swell as they take over the game both on offense and defense.
Return for a gain of 2 yards.
Yes, there
In
was
case you missed it.
was a nice score earlier, Coach.
Yeah, in case you missed it, we had a nice, if you're just joining us, we had a nice, I believe about a 37-yard touchdown run from the backup quarterback.
On their last drive.
Setting up the screen. Ingerfield. A nice block. 9 yards there. Not deep. Why keep getting these guys mixed up? It's like they're all from the same era or something.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
C.J. Holmes has stepped in admirably for Rodney Dangerfield so far.
That was a great pass there.
Was.
Oh, and it shed the
ooh.
tackle.
Oh. Play. Travis Foster.
Did you know Foster's is Australian for beer?
You know, I heard that once. Never had it myself.
Oh, didn't fall for the fake that time.
It's like a cheap version of a Heineken.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Georgia State with their trademark balance toward the run. 25 run plays, 13 passes. It has been effective, though. Can't argue with the results. Looks like they've gone into bleed the clock mode.
I'm definitely letting the clock run here.
Yep, they're going to throw.
Oh, he's holding on to that ball an awfully long time.
Ooh. Had that shorter guy, that guy on that shorter route open. I thought he was going to him at first. Their angle fooled me. I didn't like that. They could still have the clock rolling. Georgia State, I'm not happy with that play.
Another screen pass.
Number 51 makes the tackle.
Really just setting up for a field goal at that point, aren't they?
4th down.
Yeah, and it was smart to stay in bounds there, get the extra points, and burn the clock. However, I'm completely wrong because obviously the clock is stopped.
It looks like Natty took a timeout.
I don't think you're wrong, Cliff. I just think you weren't correct.
I think Natty took a
Thank you, sir.
timeout, Cliff. Don't think you missed anything. I don't think you missed anything. I think Natty took a timeout because they're down to 2 there. I don't remember him taking one earlier. So
That is correct.
Nice return by Izzy Gay.
Izzy Gay's been busy today answering questions and returning kicks. Returning a fumble for a touchdown. Which at the time looked like it could have been a massive momentum change, but Georgia State fought back. Minute 40 left. As we've learned thus far this week, no lead is safe. Mr. Cherry with a nice dart down the side. Oh, wait, nope. My bad. I thought he caught it.
No catch.
What a hit
there.
on the sideline. That would have been huge for Cincinnati.
Ow.
You know, Coach, I think the biggest difference in this half between this half and the first half is the score.
Yes, that's a huge difference. You see there, Cincinnati's only 2 for 8 on 3rd down. That is not encouraging. Covering that guy in the motion, but just blocking. And they're airing it all out.
Wow.
And big turnover.
Yeah, that was double coverage. Is not a great place to throw when you're taking a deep shot.
That was a prayer, and that prayer was not answered the way they wanted it to be.
Definitely wouldn't have gone with that play on 3rd down. That's more of a 4th down play call.
Right. Yeah, they didn't need that there, did they?
Yeah, they went for the home run on 3rd down, and you're cutting yourself short when you've got 2 downs to play with.
That's a big play right there. I felt like Georgia State got a first down. That was going to be an awful lot. No more timeouts for Natty either. So, and they're going to kneel it out. They're going to kneel it out. Looks like Georgia State's going to hold on to win this one.
Yeah, they definitely have the higher score.
Agreed. So, fellas, as we, although I don't know what this is, surely they're not going to throw it here. Go out of bounds. Went out of bounds.
That was not the right idea there, I don't think.
I don't think I agree with that choice.
I'm sure the coach has some choice verbiage for that run after that play.
All right, well then that happened. I guess that's okay, but I'm still questioning the decision.
Do you think they're just trying to run up their stats here, Coach?
Hey, maybe Natty did some trash talking before halftime, and they were just trying to a point there. Who knows? Maybe they heard the talk about the Colorado running back being up for. Wow, look at that! Look at that! Back comes in, gets player of the game.
That's interesting.
Fellas.
I would not have guessed that.
No, that's a little bit of a surprise. Let's start with Cliff. What overall? How do you feel about this game and the effort by Georgia State? More of a reflection, Cincinnati, or Georgia State really earned it?
You know, I think Georgia State woke up in the second half. A testament to their depth that they were able to overcome the injuries that took place during the game and still step up and get this win at home. Being ranked number 5, you like a bigger win, but a W is a W, and I'm sure they're happy going in the locker room.
Definitely agree with that. Mike, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, I think both teams did great. Georgia State just did better.
Yes, they did. They did. Yeah, it's funny because we had that last game where Colorado almost lost it, ended up with a relatively similar score. But this one just felt a little better for Georgia State. Do you think they have any chance to leapfrog UCF and maybe take the top spot? That'd be quite a jump for them. Do you think they've got a shot at that?
If they get the votes.
If they get the votes. Cliff, how about you? How do you feel about that?
You know, while they got the win, and I'm definitely happy for Georgia State, I just don't think they did enough to convince the league that they deserve to make that type of a leap. You can't help but feel like they survived this game instead of dominating.
Right. Well, and they'd have to leapfrog 2 teams to do that, wouldn't they? Louisiana Tech and UCF. And yeah, I think that's probably true. It's not really a reflection on Georgia State, but I have to agree with both of you. I just don't think they're going to end up in the number 1 spot. Possibly as high as number 2, but I think probably number 3 is what they're going to end up with. Did see Rodney Dangerfield had over 100 yards rushing and almost 100 yards passing. Kind of a surprise. I guess you've got to still be upright to get player of the game.
Rodney did need to do more in the passing game if he wanted to take home player of the game.
I guess so. He did have that one long one, but still, from the quarterback position, not much to complain about for Georgia State. I'd say, yes, he had 2 interceptions, but Buster Cherry played a nice game overall. The interception was kind of a rough situation and probably not a good play choice. But,
I think if Cincinnati would have made better use of their run game, they probably would have come away with the W.
They didn't. Agreed. Yeah, Cliff, you mentioned that at the beginning. Did you kind of come away feeling just like last week with their run game? Did you see any improvement there? For a little while, it looked like they were going to feature it just a little bit more, but they didn't really do that, did they?
Yeah, I think as the game continued, they got away from that and definitely became or continued to be one-dimensional. While we have talked a lot about Georgia State, I think regardless, Cincinnati did come in, showed a lot of quality, playing a number 5 team away. If they had made just a few more plays, they would have walked away with a win. And so that's what you take with you on the flight home. There are a lot of things to build on from here for this team, and I have no doubt that they're going to make some noise in this league at some point in this season.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do think Cincinnati, they're sitting at 0-2. This is going to sound weird to say. It's a quality 0-2. You know, I just don't think they're that bad. I just think they've hit a couple of tough teams and come up short. And you end of the season, we could be saying, watch out for Cincinnati. Once you look at the overall stats, Georgia State looks a little more dominant maybe than giving them credit for. Only 59 rushing yards. Hey, that's an improvement for Cincinnati, but not nearly enough. 188 passing. Those 2 turnovers are a big deal. All 3 of the turnovers were a big deal, especially the Georgia State one as it resulted in points. But 288 rushing yards, not a surprise. We saw that from Georgia State last week. Rushing yards, about what we expect. Offensive player of the game for Brian Goolsby. Well, he did have the touchdown. Okay. Izzy Gay, not really a surprise there. They don't note his touchdown, but he did get the touchdown. The fumble return. CJ Holmes, I'll give it to him for clutching up. Over 100 yards in just the 4th quarter. Correct? Injury was, am I remembering that right?
I believe
that's
so.
Correct.
If it wasn't just the 4th quarter, it was only a couple of minutes or a minute or so into the 3rd. And then Laurel Hardy with an interception and 4 tackles. Defensive player for State.
I mean, I think all of these kids have a lot to look forward to once they reach the pros.
Well, coming up next, we're going to have Wyoming. I think they got all their COVID issues taken care of. Going to have Wyoming at SMU. And
yeah, I think SMU is facing WYO at WYO's house.
Ah, yes. So, Wyoming off that week 1 win over Air Force, and SMU played Louisiana Tech pretty tough, and only losing 21-16. Cliff, what are you looking to see in this game? What are you expecting to see from these 2 teams?
Well, SMU comes in with balance on offense, both passing and the rushing yardage, pretty close, 181 and 151. On the flip side of that, Wyoming, heavy pass, 319 to 29. It'll be interesting to see what makes the difference in this game, and I'm leaning towards the play of the defense. So we should be looking towards that, as both these teams have proven that they can score.
How about you, Mike? What's your take on this game?
Well, I think Wyoming has the advantage. I think SMU's defense just needs to play a bit stronger. Their free safety, Colonel Sanders, he's kind of a chicken out there. He needs to stop just looking for interceptions and start tackling as many people as possible. Make them, extra crispy. You might say. I mean, there's 11 herbs and spices. Players on that defense, but he really needs to step it up.
Yeah.
So are you saying he's all sauce and no meat? Pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah,
sauce and no meat.
He's like. Sometimes he plays like he's boneless. Like.
It's unfortunate on a football field. Cliff, you had something to add to that?
I do. I think that Colonel Sanders sets the tone for the entire defense, and he definitely doesn't want to get roasted on any major play. Otherwise, they'll be taking him out and putting someone else in.
Right. Yeah. Well, that Wyoming offense, they could put him on the rotisserie and completely spin him around. So we can't afford to have that happen. If you are SMU fan.
Well, I enjoyed being in the booth with you, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure, especially you, Coach, and you, Cliff. You guys made the game a lot more fun to watch.
Hey,
Coach
yeah,
Coach
it was
Klein,
almost like a party. It was like we were having a party and other people got to listen in. Had a good time.
Absolutely,
with you guys.
it's our pleasure having you in the booth, and it's good to link up.
And on that note, we're going to hand it off to Yogi and his cast of thousands, or cast of 3, for our next game.
All right, coming to you from Laramie, Wyoming, where it's cold and windy tonight. Last game of the week, it's 41 degrees and winds are gusting from 16 to 29 miles per hour. We got a tight game coming up here tonight. Wyoming, ranked 6th after their impressive win last week, going against SMU, had a tough loss to Louisiana Tech, but they played well defensively. We're going to find out what happens here tonight in Laramie. Joining me tonight will be Cliff Allen. How you doing, Cliff?
Doing well. It's great to be in for this game, and I'm excited to see these two teams match up this evening.
Good. I'm looking forward to working with you. And Gunny, you're going to be hanging in with us too?
So Gunny sent me a carrier pigeon, and he said, "Hell yes."
Okay, all right. What? Anything you're really looking forward to seeing tonight in this game, Cliff?
Yeah, I want to see Wyoming make a statement here and show that they deserve to be in the top 10, and definitely maybe even looking to move into the top 5.
We got Axis coaching and athletic director, and we've got Art Vandelay as the athletic director for SMU, and Penis Slaughter is the head coach. So let's get down to the field and see what's going to occur at the coin toss. Here comes Wyoming. They're ready to roll. In their brown and gold. All these top teams that have fallen this week, will we see another top 10 team fall, or will we see them prevail and move on up the board? We're about to find out. War Memorial Stadium, we're ready to roll.
And I believe, Yogi, that this is the first home game of the season for Wyoming. Is that correct?
It sure is.
SMU is lined up for the
Oh, no, they did. They played at home last week. I'm mistaken. And Wyoming's receiving the ball as SMU won the toss. It's a nice little return. Out to almost to the 30. He gone. He's back. Looking forward to seeing what he's got for us tonight. When we come out, we've got the 4-man front for SMU, and we got the single back for Wyoming. And they throw right off the bat. He almost broke it. It was Donald Harris on that one.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Once again, we're out in the hurry up the offense. And quick pass, and they were all over it. What are you seeing here from this defense here, Cliff?
Well, they're quick to swarm on the ball. Throwing to the flats is just not going to do it. I think they've got too much speed.
Yeah, kind of looks like that defensive performance last week was the real deal. So 3rd down and 9. Let's see what Wyoming can come out with. Welcome Bob Funk, Cliff Allen, Coach Craven, Commander Root, Crazy Canuck, David Leathers, Gunny McGuire, Hammer Jammer, Arabs, and others here in the
big stick by SMU on that third down play.
The wisest man in the league is here, right on time, setting up a 4th and 17, and we're going to see what SMU can do with the offense here.
Correct. The man, the myth, the legend, Gunny, with the call.
You gotta love it when he's in studio. They set up a return here. Nice return, 15-yard return. Saban Diablo's the impact player, wide receiver, senior. We'll see what he's got for us tonight. Egon didn't do much on his first series.
You know, with SMU on the road, with good field position, they're definitely looking to score points on this first drive.
They've got to be. A little rushed on it, but he found an open man. Corey Christian with a 7-yard reception.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Both teams start out in the hurry-up offense. 2nd and 3 here. And see our first run from SMU, and it's met in the backfield by Cautious Clay. Got 1 yard on that carry.
Great heads-up play by the defense.
Yeah, you seeing anything specific from that defense, Cliff?
You know, not at this point. That looked like a zone play, and I think that they're just trying not to give up too many chunk yardage plays here.
Cautious looked a little better on that run. Louisiana is moving the ball here. I mean, SMU, I'm sorry, not Louisiana. They run to the outside for the first time and pick up a nice gain, nice forearm, and he's still on his feet. Wow. Like a power back to me there, Cliff.
Yeah, and he finally gets pushed out of bounds there. They're doing a good job of mixing up the plays, and the defense is caught a little off guard here.
Yeah, he's really looking like a power back. He got most of it. 2nd and goal from like about 1.5. See what they decide to do on 2nd down.
That was a heads-up play.
I would give it to Cautious Clay.
No, they threw it. They threw him off. They passed it. Touchdown, Phil McCracken. Oh, Phil McCracken's the quarterback. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Diablo with the touchdown
Diablo.
pass.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
impact player. Makes his impact there.
That's why you want to mix up the play calling. Defense was looking for a run, and they went pass.
6 plays to cover those 46 yards. They gave him good field position, and they took full advantage of it. What are you looking for from Wyoming on this drive, Gunny?
Last week, Richard Doherty had 28 passes for 37 yards, 319 yards of passing, 2 TDs, 6 rushing yards. So I see him being a pass option first quarterback.
So maybe they'll go down the field a little bit more instead of throwing behind the line of scrimmage this time.
I'm sure that's what they hope to do.
Yep, I agree.
Right now, SMU's held them to -7 yards.
Yes, sir. Oh, maybe he should have stayed behind the line of scrimmage because that's the first turnover of the night. Nice interception.
And if you're Wyoming, that's exactly what you didn't want to do. You want to get a few first downs here, put the momentum in your favor, and with that turnover, they're right back on defense.
He beat the receiver to the spot on that play. Yeah, another short field. And that first run doesn't do much, but picks up 2, Brandon Hill. That was his first carry of the night. Wyoming's really got their back against the wall right now. Let's see what SMU comes up with. Looks like old Peanut Slaughter has a good little game plan tonight. Got him off guard.
Yeah, and it hasn't been too flashy. Most of the passes have been short of the 10 yards, but they're definitely moving the ball down the field efficiently.
That was a dangerous pass. That easily could have been a pick 6, but he snuck it in there. Sets up 2nd and 2. Phil McCracken.
Like SMU has 3 options. They've been using Diablo, Brandon Hill, and Cautious Clay.
And McCracken hasn't had a ball hit the ground yet. Doesn't look like.
Yeah,
still in the hurry up.
Key to slowing down this offense is getting pressure on the quarterback because he's just getting rid of that ball very, very quickly.
And now he runs the ball for 5 yards, setting up a 2nd and 5. They're staying on the Wyoming side of the field, and that's not boding well for Wyoming. Plenty of time to throw. Oh, he muscles his way. Did he get in? No, 1st and goal. Silver Thurfer. First catch of the night. Kraken 6 for 6. See what they come up with here on 1st and goal. Inside the 1. He walks in. Wow. 14-0 start for SMU over Wyoming. Did you see this coming at all?
Not
You know,
at all.
I absolutely didn't, and quite honestly, I think we're all a little surprised here. But you know, if you're Wyoming, you don't hit the panic button yet. You're at home. You're number 6 for a reason, and put a few plays together, get some points on the board, and it changes the entire perspective of this game.
I agree. It is what it is. You're down 14. Go back to your offense. Try to move it down the field. I agree. 85 total yards to -7. That's not what Wyoming was looking for when this game started at all. And they started with the ball too. That was a good pass. Squeezed it in there. But I think
Wyoming.
SMU's got a good defense. What do you think, Gunny?
That was Wyoming's 5th play. That was actually their first positive play, I believe, of the game.
I believe you're right.
SMU has 13 plays to Wyoming's 5.
Where is he gone? Ray Webb with a 3-yard catch. They're just not pushing the ball downfield. They're looking for dinks and dunks right now. I think that's not what they normally do. It's not their first time being down either. Oh, he busts it right up the middle. Gone. He gone, but it ain't he gone. It was Ray Webb. 61-yard touchdown run.
Yeah,
that's
and
the way you answer.
The defense blinks, and he's in the end zone.
Yeah.
Great way to turn this game. We'll see how SMU responds.
It almost looked like the sea parted. What do you think about that, Gunny?
Oh, well, it just that game just leveled itself up right there with that big run play by Wyoming.
And they know they're in a game now. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what their defense can do, because they haven't done much to stop SMU yet, but they're looking to keep them on their side of the field this possession.
That was
And
a
they're gonna
3-play,
succeed.
77-yard drive.
It was a quick one. And it wasn't done through the air. It was done through the ground, the majority of the damage.
You know, if you're SMU, you don't want to forget that Wyoming did come back from down 14 in week 1, and they certainly don't want to have history repeat itself here.
Got that right. That was a 0-yard pass to Adam Woods. Not what SMU was looking for on first down. They've been staying ahead of the chains. Not this drive. Oh, fumble or incomplete pass. They're going to say he let that ball go. That was close. That could have been devastating.
It was definitely questionable. It looked like a fumble to me.
Sure, that's what I thought.
That was
Wyoming
still
is.
McCracken's first incompletion of the game.
Yes, it
7
was.
for 8.
First time the ball touched the ground from his hand. Oh, nice play. Got it back to 4th and inches. So close. They might want to take a look at this on replay, but they're not going to. The fans in the stands are chanting punt, punt. Nice return so far. He couldn't break outside containment. We have the first flag of the game.
Personal foul. Clipping.
Oh,
Receiving team.
clipping. At least it wasn't offsides. But we got a big clipping penalty. That's going to move them back quite a bit. First down, Wyoming, starting deep in their territory. Do they come out passing or do they run it again? We're going to find out here in just a second. He threw that to absolutely no one.
Yeah, they definitely weren't on the same page there.
He's looking a little off tonight, from what I've seen. No doubt about it. Oh, that was a start. That's what we've been looking for. And that's the end of the first quarter with SMU holding a 14-7 lead. Wyoming has the ball and just gained a first down. And that's so much for the commercial break. Here we go. Coca-Cola must not have paid up for that.
Correct. In the AACL, we sponsor ourselves. We don't look for capitalism or commercialism to be the driving force in this league.
That's a pretty good mission statement there. It's a big play here, 2nd and 7 for Wyoming. They're looking to the sidelines. Axis is telling them what to do. And they fooled nobody with that fake handoff. Quarterback keeper went negative. Setting up a big 3rd and 10. They may have fallen in love with that run a little bit from that last series. What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah, I think, they've been passing the ball a lot and maybe overthinking that play a little bit. You just want yards. You want the easy first down.
That wasn't an easy first down, but nonetheless it was. What are you seeing on this drive, Gunny?
Beside the 61-yard run, the biggest pass plays have been 16 yards, which just occurred, and also the 20-yarder to Jeb Bush.
Right. Egon got a reception. He's not gone, but he got 7 yards, setting up a 2nd and 3. They're moving the ball down into SMU territory nicely. Looking to the Axis on the sideline again. 2-back set. Fakes to one and throws to the other. Nice play, nice design. 8 yards to Ray Webb.
And you're beginning to see Wyoming get a rhythm here to their offense. Things are starting to settle in, and they're getting some decent yardage out of their plays.
I agree 100%. I was seeing the same thing. Sticking with the 2 backs. Fakes to one, throws to the other again. That play sounded familiar. Ray Webb with a 6-yard reception. This is his 4th of the night for 33 yards. Doherty is 10 of 12 for 79 yards and 1 interception. Been the big play of the first half so far. I think we got a jump here. No, we got a illegal procedure. The beat continues. Knew it had to happen. We made it to the second quarter. Yep. The last crew said we may see a change next week, but we'll find out. Threw it across the middle, got it down to 3rd and 3. It was David Andrews, his first catch of the night, 7 yards.
And you'll take that play because you want a short yardage 3rd down.
Exactly. Other than the interception, Doherty's been pretty precise on his passing, 10 of 13. And he gets the keeper, and he may turn it all the way to 6. With the extra point, it could be a tie game. What do you think they're talking about on the SMU sideline right now, Cliff?
Well, you want to forget essentially this second quarter, go back to what you know how to do. I think you're looking up there at the score 14-14. You're saying, all right, we're hitting the reset button, and it's start the game again.
You think they're dwelling on what Wyoming did last week, Gunny? Coming back from 14?
I don't believe so. SMU is almost only 2 points shy of reaching their point total from last week, so I'm pretty positive they're going to eclipse that record.
Here we go. Set up at the 25, 1st and 10. 3:23 left in the half. Rifled across. Rifled. He's still on his feet. Broke a couple tackles. Kokos Sappas. Coco's a puss. I figured it out. Got it. Coco's a puss with a 1st down and complete on the next play. Travis Harden, 2 tackles and 1 pass defense. Another dart thrown in between 2 Wyoming defenders. Another 1st down. Saban Diablo, one of our players to watch. He's coming through.
Crocken is 11 for 13 in the passing department.
They met him in the backfield. Cautious Clay. Now, Wyoming's hoping they can do what they did last week. Gave up 14 quick points and only gave up 7 points the rest of the game. So we'll see if they can maintain that. That's a quick pass across the middle, sets up a 3rd and 7. Yep, Elver Thurfer again, his 2nd reception. What are you looking for here, Cliff?
You know, you want to eat up the clock regardless of whether you get the first down here. Well, there you go. They're
I
gonna
say
be putting the
failure
ball
on that
quick.
count.
That's correct, but they are within field goal range, so it'll be interesting to see if they can hit this.
It's a long one. He barely hit it, but he hit it. They just took a 17-14 lead on Wyoming. Wyoming's going to get the ball with a good chance to put some points on the board themselves here. They're going to want to drive.
You know, if you're SMU, you're confident that you got some points out of that drive, but you definitely left a lot of time on the clock, and Wyoming has all 3 of their timeouts.
Yes, they do. Gunny was right. He said they would get surpass their point total for last week, and they've done it here in the first half. It's a good offensive output for them against Wyoming, the 6th-ranked team in the league.
Last weekend, McCracken was 19 for 27, 181 yards with 2 touchdowns, 16 yards rushing.
Brian Zachary just picked up a quick 16 yards and a first down to put him at the 38. Plenty of time. Oh, no one touched that man. That's a big man to have coming in hitting Doherty. Ferguson.
Yeah, definitely a scary play. You don't want to see your QB take that kind of a hit, and I think the ball came out when he was going down.
I was thinking that myself. Somebody might want to review that, but he did land on it, so either way, they got the ball 2nd and 19. Different play call in this scenario. Throwing it to the running back on 2nd and 19. It's not going to help your goal here to getting some points on the board. 3rd and 14 with 1:55 left. They may leave some time on the clock for SMU. He's got plenty of time here. He's got to be able to find somebody. Oh, he lets it rip. 2 guys wide open.
An absolute laser
gone
down the middle of the field.
He had his pick on either side of the hash marks. Pick one. He chose he gone. That changes the momentum here. They find themselves almost in field goal range themselves. Doherty just looking calm in that pocket. He gone with another 13. His 3rd reception for 49 yards. That's his man right now. They're in a rhythm.
Yeah, they shook off that sack and fumble and are now right within scoring distance.
They're giving him all day to throw. Oh, he's picking them apart when he has that kind of time. Doherty, 16 of 18, 174 yards. He's made up for that interception, and they take the lead. Could be 21-17 with the extra point. A little bit of time left on the clock. We'll see how aggressive SMU is in this drive. What do you think they're going to do, Cliff?
Again, I'd go aggressive. You're playing away. You don't want to go in at down with the way they started this game. They're looking to get something out of this drive for sure. It's been impressive on Wyoming's part to have a very short memory and overcome different levels of adversity to now be leading the game 21-17.
You agree with that, Gunny?
I do. Right now, Doherty has one touch. He's accounted for 2 of the touchdowns for Wyoming Cowboys. One on the ground and 1 in the air.
And they have come out aggressive. First downs will stop that clock and make those timeouts go a lot farther. It's 1:20 left. The clock hadn't started running yet. And they're almost at the 40. Oh, that was a man run right there. Cautious Clay just ran over that defender. Wow.
Smart, he gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
That was a veteran play there. Oh! That 6 written all over it. Terrible pass. Put no height on that pass whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Near in midfield.
I think number 13 is going to be seeing that in his sleep and wishing he had caught it.
He's not going to look forward to film review this week at all on that one. Coach's eyes are going to be on him. 3rd and 8. 57 seconds left. Don't want to give Wyoming time. That was not the call. He can't fight for it. He got most of it, but he couldn't get it all. 4th and 2. They're punting. We'll see if Wyoming, they will not call a timeout. They will let the clock run. That should eat up most of the first half. Yeah, SMU knows they get the ball in the second half, so they're not worried about this drive.
Yeah, they're satisfied. They've come back from 14-0, down 14-0, and going in at half up 21-17. You take that. You don't want to risk any last-minute turnovers.
Is this the way you would have played it, Gunny?
Yeah, SMU's, they could have probably went for a long pass at the very end if they had enough time. I'd probably try to chunk in the end zone.
No, 7 seconds left. They're going to run a play. We'll see if they're going to just hand it off or they're going to try to throw it downfield. They're just going to hand it off and go to halftime. What'd you think of the first half there, Cliff?
You know, I think it was everything we want out of first half of football. Exciting, momentum swings on both sides of the ball. I think there's both teams can walk away feeling pretty good about their performance, but ultimately Wyoming is leading this game.
Gunny, you think SMU's satisfied that they've hung with the big boy Wyoming in this game?
I think they're pretty pleased, but after taking a 14-0 commanding lead, I'm sure they're a little disappointed with giving up the hold of the lead score.
We'll see what they're going to come out with in the second half. Be interesting to see what the halftime numbers look like. Here we go. 49-47, 174-119. Wyoming holds the edge in total yards, but that turnover should more than equal up for that. It's just been a gutsy performance to put up that many points after being down 14-0. How do you see the stats there, Cliff?
You know, a little out of character for SMU. They were able to have a higher degree of balance in week one, so it looks like they've gotten out of their game plan here a little bit. But it's exactly, I think, what Wyoming would want.
Yeah, SMU had 2 short fields, and they sure took good care of the ball and got them in the end zone both times. So we start the second half, and it's a 4-point deficit for SMU. They start at their 25. We're going to see what kind of adjustments they made at the half. Cautious Clay, 9 yards right up the gut. Didn't look like Wyoming was ready for that one. Second and 1, they come right back with pretty much the same play, a dive up the middle. Cautious Clay with 7 more yards, 8 rushes for 56 yards and a touchdown. It's been a pretty good game for him. Wow. Seeing some more of Cautious Clay. What do you think, Cliff? They're just going to keep running him up the gut all the way down the field?
Well, it's exactly what we were talking about at half. You know, SMU got out of their game plan, and now we've seen 3 straight runs from this team with success.
Halftime coach adjustments, it looks like to me. What do you think, Gunny?
3 runs, 1 pass, all at least 3 first downs in the first 4 plays of the half. It looks like they're rolling. They got some scripted plays to start the second half.
And he was wide open, and he missed him. Looked like he put a little extra mustard on that and didn't need to.
Yeah, I think that QB was surprised by how open he was and just got too excited and threw the ball.
Eyes got big, and we go back to the run. Balance. So that's up a 3rd and 4. That's very manageable for them. That's what they want to see more of, and not the 2nd and 10s and 3rd and 9s. So that worked well for them. And they hand it off again, and the hole is there again. There's a gaping hole in the middle of that Wyoming defense they're exploiting.
Yeah, I'm surprised with how much room this running back has as he runs between the tackles.
And he fills that same room up, too. He's a big boy. They were looking for it that time. 2 yards.
Yeah, it looks like Wyoming's had just about enough of the run game and definitely stopped that quickly.
Are we looking to see if it was a fumble? He was down. Oh, was he down? Was he on a body?
I don't know.
It looks like a fumble to me. Cautious Clay may have put the rock on the ground.
That was the backup quarter. That's the backup running back Abrams with that carry.
Yep, they called him down. Must have had a knee or a thigh or something down. And they go right back to the play again. 3rd and 3. That was Brandon Hill.
Big third down here. Wyoming wants to make the stop. SMU needs points. We'll see how this plays out.
Well, he can't stretch it to the line. Looks like we're going to have a field goal to cut it to 1. I'd be surprised anything different.
Big play for Wyoming, keeping the momentum in their favor. It feels like a win with them walking away with the field goal.
Yeah, it was a great call. I mean, they fooled him on the fake handoff, but he just couldn't get to that line. They rallied to that ball quick. That was pretty odd to see him just shove the ball right down Wyoming's throat that whole drive, right up the gut.
Yeah, that may have been their first decently long, sustained drive of the game.
I agree. I believe you're 100% correct on that one.
SMU almost doubled their rushing attack just on that one drive from the whole 47 yards in the first half of the game.
Oh, had him in the backfield and let him go.
With an absolute big boy stiff arm to turn that play for positive yards.
Ray Webb. About time for he gone again. Looks like they got doubled up on he gone. That may be why we're not seeing a lot of it. Another big boy run. 18 yards by Ray Webb. It's getting close to 100. He's got 87 on 4 carries.
Somewhat uncharacteristic of Wyoming, it looks like they're taking a page out of SMU's playbook and getting these first downs on the ground.
They went to a little quick, looked like a tight end throw to Joe Bush. Doherty 17 of 19. Wow. Very efficient.
Yeah, you can't ask much more out of your quarterback.
Oh, you could ask that from him. He's not, he ain't gone, but he's down there. Got down to look like the 10-yard line. Sets up first and goal from the just outside the 10-yard line. They can get a first down.
And honestly, I don't know if that quarterback's like 7 feet tall because he looks like a man playing with boys out there.
He does. Nice play. Now he's 17 of 20. That's only his 3rd incompletion. That's a pretty impressive game from him. I'm not sure if the quarterback's so big or is the running back so small. Oh, he lost his footing on that. He looked like Greg Soto trying to break away from on a play in the SFL. It was exactly what that reminded me of.
Yeah, and that was a heads-up play on defense, saving the touchdown. We'll see what SMU can do here on Thursday.
Oh, wide open. Oh, wide open. Andrews again. This time with the pass. What'd you think of that drive, Gunny?
It was good. I mean, the running back, the quarterback had a few key runs on that play. Stifle the defense.
Take an 8-point lead. We'll have to have a nice series here from SMU. What do you think they need to come out and do on this series there, Cliff?
I think you do exactly what you did the last drive, which is keep it on the ground, soak up the clock, and maybe go to play action later.
Set it up. I agree. Good call. Let's see what they do here. 1st and 10 from the 25. It's a big drive for them here in late 3rd quarter. And they do the opposite of what we think. Coco's the puss with his 3rd catch of the night. Phil McCracken is 17 of 22 himself. Both quarterbacks have been impressive in efficiency. Big boy run from Cautious Clay.
Yeah, and he just trucks his way to the first down there.
I knew he was getting close to 100 yards. He's at 91. Oh, he got this foot in. Wow. I wasn't sure about that one. I was looking to see if they were going to call it complete or not. They sure did.
And that was some trickeration because he rolls out to the right and then throws across field to the left.
A Brett Favre pass. Nice pass on that one. Abrams, 13 yards. His third reception. You know, on such a windy night, I'm surprised both quarterbacks are having so many completions. I mean, what do we have? 5 incompletions the entire night combined? And 6. There's that announcer curse. Never fails.
Phil McCracken flirting with disaster there, throwing that potential pick in the end zone.
I didn't think it was necessary, and they got away. Like, you know, what you'd said, they needed to stick to the ground. They got away from that. They're going to the hurry up here. They must have seen something they liked in this defense. The package they have in, they can run, and they run. Oh, he couldn't get over him that time. Will they go for a field goal, or will they go for it on 4th and 4? Field goal. That'll cut it to 5. Not a great spot to be in. What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah, that's 2 drives now where you've been able to get some first downs and extend the series, but again, they walk away with just a field goal, and when you're away playing against a top 10 team, I just don't think that's going to be enough to get it done here tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty much the difference in the game right now, too. You're right.
Yeah, SMU's had 5 scoring drives, 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals. And in retrospect, Wyoming has had 4 scoring drives, all 4 ended in touchdowns. That's the difference in the game.
Agreed. That's what puts you as a top 5 team in the league, top 6 team. Agreed.
And that's excellent insight, Gunny, because like we've said, that is the story of the game right now.
And since Wyoming's playing the 15th ranked team, they'd really have to run the score up to be considered one of the top 2 teams in the league, I would think. I don't know if they've done enough yet, but there's still more to be played here. Yeah, it was thrown to absolutely no one. That's the type passing I thought we'd see with this wind tonight, because it's gusting up to 32 miles per hour, 29, 32.
Yeah, that ball seemed to sprout wings and just go its own direction.
Sure it did. Going behind the line again. That didn't bode well for them in that first quarter. It looks like they reverted back to that. Third and 10. This is a big down for Wyoming. Is he going to be doubled, or will he be singled up this time? Looking his way. No, he went to Harris instead. Underneath. That was a good call. Good, smart throw.
And the protection there is what made that play possible. That offensive line is giving him plenty of time to go through. Yogi, you're still good. You're still good.
All right, it says the stream is ended. Okay, I didn't go anywhere. It said the stream is ended, cricket noise, and closed stream. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, real quick, give me 30 seconds.
It's still up on Twitch.
Yeah, Discord went
Okay.
down. Twitch is still up. I'm pausing the game to get Discord back up. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It'll be like 20 seconds.
It's up. Oh, big hit, and that was not a fumble. Wow. Set him up 3rd and 5. And they're just outside of scoring range. They need to pick up this 5. Oh, he got it off in time. Not going to be able to pick up the first. And I don't know what they're going to call here. What do you think, Cliff? 4th down and 2? Go for it. Punt?
I think you absolutely go for it. You want to play to win this game, and you don't win this by playing it conservative.
Agreed. Stay in the top 8 by playing that way. Picked it up. Nice catch. Robert Stokes. Little possession receiver. Every team needs to have one of those guys on their team.
You know, we were talking to Coach Axis at half, and he wasn't happy with the play calling there to close out the first half. He felt that they could have called timeout and made something of that possession. And we see that aggressiveness come out there in that 4th down play.
I agree. That was a wasted play there on 1st down, but he's found somebody on 2nd down. Oh, they got it. 1st and 10. He gone with another 21 yards. 4 catches, 70 yards. Been looking to see this kid ball out tonight, and it looks like he's trying his best. Doherty finds his running back. Or Andrews. Found Andrews, his running back again. Yes. 3 touchdowns for Doherty tonight. That's going to give him a 12-point lead. What do you need to do if you're SMU here, Cliff?
I think you just keep pushing for 1st downs. You look back at your game plan. We know that if they go heavy on the pass, they haven't had a lot of success. So, not to repeat myself, but mixing it up, getting something on the ground, keeping the defense on their heels there a little bit, not allowing the secondary to key off those passes, because Wyoming has had a few close chances at an interception. That's exactly what you don't want to do at this point in the game. But being down by 12 with only 4 minutes left, you've got to make something happen here soon.
Got to score the first one first. Worry about it the rest after the first score.
That was David Andrews' 2nd receiving touchdown pass of the evening.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Gunny. Abrams picks up most of the 10, but the clock is running. That's their enemy right now more than the score. Oh, he finds an open man downfield. Nice pass. 26 yards to Saban Diablo. One of our key players to watch tonight. He is not disappointed. McCracken is 21 of 27. He just cracked the 200-yard barrier. Out of bounds, 5 yards. Abrams.
Look out for Diablo and Coco Zapus to be catching some passes. There'll be some big targets to shoot for.
Looks like they're selling out with the pass, but then they come back with a run for no gain. Cautious Clay met in the backfield. He dragged the man back to the line of scrimmage. Clock is ticking, 3rd and 5. Field goal does them no good here. Got to have 7. Big play. Clock is running. Got it. Just got it. Adam Woods knew what he needed. He got the 5 yards. They're looking to continue this drive. 1st and 10 from Wyoming's 30. Down 12. Need a big play here. Going underneath. Picking up 4 to Patrick Abrams. Nickel and a diamond here, Cliff. They're kind of running without running. They're throwing passes and they're short.
I've had a little bit of issues here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Oh, nice gain downfield. Didn't get out of bounds, but the clock stops with the 1st down. 1st and goal from the 8.5-yard line. Big series here for SMU. They pretty well sold out to the pass.
You know, if you're going for SMU here, you're excited about being in the red zone, but in the back of Wyoming's mind is the clock here. And, while you might be on your heels here, there is only 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. And you're going to try to burn as much clock as possible.
And we get another illegal procedure call. I believe that's our third one for this game. Plenty of time. You got to get rid of that ball. You can't hold that ball that long.
No, and that sack, is really kind of two hits there with keeping the clock moving, but also losing the down and the yardage.
And second and goal from 15, 16. It's going to be a tough call here. Got to try to pick up at least half of it and speed up your momentum here. I mean, we're getting down to 2 minutes and they're huddling up. I don't know where their hurry-up offense is now, and they go to the run. They pick up half, just about half. So it's third and goal. Back from original line of scrimmage almost.
Yeah, and I'm no Lombardi, but I don't think I would run the ball there.
Check. Got it. Or did he? No. Stop. What a play. Cautious with 7 yards. Big 95. Stops him dead in his tracks at the 2-yard line. 4th and 2. Big play here for SMU. Got him. Silver Thurfer with his touchdown, first touchdown, the big tight end. That's going to cut it to a 5-point game. What are you going to do here, Cliff? You got an onside kick, I believe.
I think it's going to be a tough call. If I were the coach, I would actually kick it. And with 3 timeouts in your pocket, you've got an opportunity to maybe get the ball back with some decent time.
I'm usually a proponent for that myself because you get the ball back in a much better spot on the field. But they are going to onside kick it, and it doesn't look like it's going to go out too well. Wyoming picks it up on the fly and gets it back in a good spot. So SMU's back against the wall, 3 timeouts and 1:42 left. They've got to shut these plays down, and what a great play call, great fake. Didn't pick up a lot, but the clock is running. 1 timeout used, 2 to go. 1 first down ends this game. Oh, and he gets it. That should be the game there. Ray Webb, 11 yards, picks up the first down, 25-yard line. Or thereabouts, SMU. They're still going to run some plays. There's the second timeout. 1:31 left.
Yeah, and it's cruel irony for SMU that first down run would be the play that puts this game on ice.
Check. That's it for timeouts for SMU. Pena Slaughter runs straight to the referee to make sure he saw him call that last timeout.
SMU fans are going to be wondering what might have been if they would have kicked the ball deep and see what might have happened that way.
I agree. I think a lot of times they overthink it and go for that onside kick when you really don't have to with all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, there's a low percentage of success on onside kicks. I totally agree that is something that they'll look at in game film later this week.
They had a 14-0 lead, so they had other opportunities in this game that they just let this game get away from them. But I think Doherty had a nice game. That's the final. Wyoming stays undefeated, 2-0. SMU goes to 0-2. What's your analysis of this game there, Cliff?
While SMU looked dangerous early, I just didn't feel like they were really in it after the first quarter. And I know that the score tells a little bit of a different story, but Wyoming led from that point on, essentially. They did enough to get the W at home, mixing up the ball. But, the play from their quarterback, and his name escapes me at this point, but dominating performance and
Richard
definitely
Doherty.
got it here today.
Yep. Richard Doherty's his name. Okay. You think Axis will be happy with this showing tonight, Gunny?
Consider they scored 38 points in week 1 and still came back and scored 35 in week 2. He's a pretty solid offense. They spread the ball around. Four different players scored 5 out of 5 of their touchdowns.
I agree. I think you're right on it with that. SMU might walk off the field with their heads hung down, but they've hung in on both of their games. They only lost this one by 5 to a pretty powerful Wyoming squad. Stats 6 of 8 on third downs was a big stat for Wyoming. I thought it was going to be high. I didn't realize it was going to be 75%. Passing yards are pretty similar. Red zone, that was a big one for SMU. They were kicking field goals while Wyoming was putting touchdowns on the board. Total yards was 510 to 370. Some of that can be attributed to the short fields that SMU started with, but Wyoming put it to them tonight. Like you said, Cliff, the score doesn't dictate the way they handled it after that first quarter. And anybody jump out to you, Cliff, that should be considered for player of the game?
I would go with Dougherty. Just his efficiency with the ball, overcame that early interception, and really didn't look back. Spread the ball well throughout the offense, and really set the tone for them after going down early.
Running back had 8 carries for 113 yards. That's pretty impressive too.
That is impressive efficiency. I don't know how many yards per attempt that is, but it's something that the coaches might want to look at here in the future if he's getting that kind of production.
Yeah, about 14 yards a carry.
One of those runs by Ray Webb was 61 yards. Dougherty contributed on 4 of the touchdowns, 3 passing and 1 rushing.
Agreed. Yeah, I think we're going to see Dougherty getting player of the game here. Dougherty. McCracken was 27 of 33. Not a bad game.
Wow. Yeah, 81% proficiency on throwing the ball. That's impressive.
With that temperature and that wind, that's impressive. That was a good game by him. Cassius Clay had 105 yards on 17 carries for 6.1. That was a nice game. Both defenses was all spread out. Receivers were spread out. The Overthurfer had a decent game. Yeah, the defense, all the tackles and assists and tackles for loss were spread out amongst the teams. So it was pretty well. Both teams had a team defense.
In a league with so many unique names and personalities, I would have to say that Thurfer happens to be my favorite player.
The Overthurfer. He got his touchdown late, but never got one, I don't think, tonight. He got about 70 yards. That was about it. Well, it was a good game here in Laramie. I enjoyed doing it with you guys. I look forward to maybe catching you again and doing another game with you later in the season. And let's see who the player of the game is. Okay, we got pretty similar, 259 to 239, 139 rushing to 116, and more first downs for SMU, and the ball longer. So, how did this work out, Cliff? Yep, I think Cliff's gone. All right, how did that work out with those numbers, Gunny? It looked like SMU should have had the lead there.
It's possible. I think they need to work on getting the ball downfield. Their longest pass reception of the whole evening was 26 yards. Was the long.
That may be it. So 53 of 64 passing between the two quarterbacks. That's impressive in that weather tonight. Yeah, I think we're going to see Dick Dougherty is going to get player of the game. Old Double D's himself. David Ferguson had 7 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. That's a very good game. Travis Harden, the outside linebacker for Wyoming, had 6 tackles. Overall, a good game for both teams. Wyoming walks out of here with a 5-point win, and Dave Axis is happy, so we're going to roll it back to Dave Axis here.
Yes, I am happy, but Yogi, it is a stressful happy for sure. I was on the edge of my seat that whole game. In case you were just joining us or you were just joining us for that last game, you missed a few other great games. The number 2 team in the nation, UCF, squeaked out a 22-21 win over 8th-ranked Indiana. Number 8 team Minnesota traveled to number 4 Colorado and only fell 6 points short to Colorado in a 29-23 loss. Georgia State held serve at home. They're the 5th-ranked team in the nation, beating the 19th-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats 24-17. And then this game right here that you just saw, just so I can remember the score, 35-30. Wyoming, the 6th team in the nation, over a very underrated SMU team, I think, you guys. I think SMU, a lot better than their record, a lot better than rankings, as we could see tonight. They were one tough team. Yogi, let me go to you real quick as we start to wrap this up. Give me your overall thoughts on all the games or just the night of games or the whole week of games, as this is the final game of week 2.
It was the week of illegal procedure for sure. There were some good games. There's some big teams that fell. I think we're going to have some shake-up in the standings this week. Some of the lower teams are going to be moving up, and some of the top 10 teams are going to be moving down. We'll see how far they fall.
Cliff Allen, your thoughts on week 2 in the AACL?
Yeah, it just continues to be a highly competitive league. A lot of close games, some surprises, but it's also interesting to see the lead dogs really start to move ahead of the pack here. Got a lot of 2-0 teams, and week 3, maybe more adjustments for some of those teams that have yet to record a win.
That is good. Bob Funk also in the booth with us was on the air on the call for plenty of the games in week 2. Bob Funk, what's your impression of week 2 in the All-American Coaching League?
I mean, week 2 was really interesting. I mean, we had 5 of the top 10 teams lose, so I mean, it's about to be really interesting going into week 3 and see how this all plays out with, you know.
Yeah, I'm guessing Bob, the other 5 all played pretty close games too, right?
I mean, other tan Old Dominion, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Old Dominion got blown out, but the rest of the top 10 teams, well, I mean, Kansas and Old Dominion got blown out.
Oh, that's right, Kansas. I forgot about that. Okay. Good call. Gunny, your last word tonight and your impression of week 2 in the AACL.
Through 2 weeks of play, we have 7 teams that are still undefeated. That's Louisiana Tech, Wyoming, Colorado, Washington State, Akron, Georgia State, and Central Florida. That is 7 teams. If you look at the records per division, the I-35 division is 4-8. The Dumpster Fire division is 6-6. The Wayward West division leads the league 8-4, and the Bootleggers division is also 6-6.
Wow, look at, gotta love that Wayward West. Cliff Allen, what's up?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, Gunny, Cliff Allen, Yogi, Bob Funk, and everybody else who was on the air tonight and throughout the entire week. Thank you for your participation in the All-American Coaching League, not just putting in the work in your locker rooms and on the field, but also in the booth. Appreciate you. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we sign off. Just a quick reminder, we have a break between week 2 and 3. This wraps up week 2. Week 3 won't kick off until I believe it's the 29th of November. That is 2 weeks from yesterday. So that is Monday. And that's when we will get into our regular system, if you will. Monday through Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern to midnight, 3 games a night for 4 nights every week from here on out through the end of January. So just, buckle up and be ready to rock and roll. This league has already been exciting through 2 weeks. There's been a lot of thrillers, a lot of close games, a lot of big plays, and a lot of excitement. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. Everybody that was in the chat tonight and throughout the week, appreciate all of you. You won't hear from us. You won't see anything until after Thanksgiving. So I hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving. And enjoy the next 13 days off of the AACL. We'll see you right back here at 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday night, November 29th, as we kick off Week 3 of the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. I'm Dave Axis signing off. Have a great Thanksgiving. Good night now.